Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The final day of SEC Media Days is today from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Texas A&M close things out. The Reach will continue their coverage live from Atlanta, kicking off their first hour with Arkansas head coach Sam Pittman. Plenty of NFL news today. Former Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams announced his retirement from the NFL after 8 seasons. Multiple second-round picks have begun to sign their contracts, such as 49ers Alfred Collins, Bears defensive tackle Shamar Turner, Ravens edge Mike Green, and Broncos running back R.J. Harvey. Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice was sentenced to 5 years probation and 30 days in jail following a felony wreck from last offseason. A suspension from the NFL is expected. The Commanders have signed pass rusher Von Miller to a 1-year deal as the 36-year-old joins the oldest team in the NFL. For foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome in, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful day in the Music City, I'm sure. Brent Doherty with you. Beautiful day in Atlanta. We're at the College Football Hall of Fame. Don Davenport is here. Ron Slay is here. And we are broadcasting live on the last and, final, that's last, right? Day of SEC Media Days.
Save the best for last.
That's right. And our presentation is presented by Brian's Motorsports, also our friends at Medical House Calls. Today, Missouri, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and Arkansas rolling through the College Football Hall of Fame. And that leads us right to the head coach at the University of Arkansas, and that's Sam Pittman. Great to see you, Coach Pittman. How are you?
Man, it's good to see y'all. Life's been good to you guys. You look great.
Yeah.
You look great, Coach.
Oh,
You look
thank you.
fit and
Well, I don't know about
tan.
fit. but I'm skinnier. I don't know about the fitness
That's
part of it.
coach. I mean, you can
Oh, it is.
put everything you need. That's all.
Great call. That's what fit me. I'm going to use that. My clothes fit finally.
I love it. So, we look good, but this guy's over here on a scooter.
Yeah, I'm a little wounded, coach. I had a total knee replacement 3 weeks ago tomorrow. So, yeah.
The rehab's horrible.
Yeah.
Have you had that?
Yes.
Oh, you
They
have?
put you on the machine yet
Yeah,
and said
that's
how
it.
far back
So
you
I'm
can
going
go?
out next week. I made it 99.5 degrees last Friday. So, I'm roasting going.
I will say this, that I did full Ron Corson. I was at Georgia. I
Yep.
got it done. That's the reason I got it done there, because I knew Ron would rehab me.
All right.
He rehabbed me, and mine never hurts, never swells,
Really?
never anything. I have no problems at all with it.
Oh,
This was several years ago, but I believe it was because of rehab.
Yeah, did a complete rehab.
Yeah.
Shorty. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
let me start with this. Did you have a job before football, like when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
What
yeah.
did you do?
I roofed houses
Did you?
I roofed houses to pay for my school, you know.
That's hot work.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and but I roofed houses. I was a mud mixer on some Arkansas stone homes there in Grove. I built fence for a summer. I worked the pipeline in Anadarko. It was 20-inch pipe, and we went out there and 610s out there. You know, this is before in the summer. You know, you never worked out. You know, you worked.
Yeah.
You made your money because you didn't have, you know, maybe scholarships and maybe certainly didn't have NIL and collectives and all that. So you went out and you worked, and that's how you kind of stayed in shape. And that's what I did.
At what point did you know that you wanted to pursue the football coaching path?
Probably coming out of high school.
Okay.
My dad was a coach, but my father didn't want me to go into coaching. So I tried business, and I took an elementary statistics class. And I said, if I got to take middle school statistics,
Hmm.
then I can't make it because that elementary was
It was-
freaking killing me.
Now we're not big fans of math on this show.
No, we don't do that. Yeah.
My
So
junior year, I asked my dad, could I go into coaching? Because my three sisters were educators. My brother was an educator and a coach, he retired. And my dad said, you're not going to make any money. That's one of the few things he was wrong about. But it was a high school journey, 5 years of high school, 3 years of junior college. Then I got to Northern Illinois in 1994 as an offensive line coach. So I've been in the portal for a long, long time. But to answer your question,
Yeah.
I asked my dad my junior year in college, and then I only had 4 years left after that to get my PE degree. So I was a 6-year student.
Hey, that's the best. I would have stayed 8
I know.
if I knew.
Listen,
Yeah.
this Ole Miss quarterback that's got 2 degrees, but he's only 19 years
Yeah.
old.
What's
Slade's like,
what's the fun?
Like, what
Are you having any fun?
What you doing? First question, what are you doing?
So with all the, just being a coach forever and knowing you want to do it, and obviously the landscape has completely
Yeah.
changed.
A lot.
So what is your favorite part of what you do now, even though it's completely different?
The kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the field, the kids, seeing them develop, change, whatever it may be, helping them. Here's a good part of that. A long time ago, when we were coaching, it was about how you speak to women. It still is how you treat people in the building, how you talk to this person, how to open a checkbook, all these things coming out of high school. Is your room clean? All this type stuff. We still do that. Now it's changed. It's like when you first got married or when you first got out of college. How do I get a loan on a house? Can I afford a house? Is the leasing part? What do I do with taxes? All these things now we're educating our kids on that we weren't before this came. So there's a lot more going on with that. But how do you save money? They used to not have any. And how do you save it? What's the benefit at 5% in 20 years? All this
Yeah.
type stuff. I like doing that. I enjoy doing that. And so the players, and I'll be honest with you, I really like my staff.
Yeah.
And it's not that we hang out together about 12, 14 hours a day, but it's not that we're out, drinking beer together and all that, which I would be in if they asked me. But it's about the feel in the building. And I'm talking about all the employees. So I really enjoy that part of it. But the recruiting part of it, I don't enjoy quite as much as I used to because
You're one of the best.
because it's different
Yeah.
and it's money laden most of the time.
What about the pressure?
Yeah, I don't really enjoy that either.
See,
I figured.
Here's the thing. We asked him about that last year, and this is what he said. We kept it.
Oh hell, I don't care.
There it is.
We use that all the time, Coach.
I think anybody that has a job has pressure. Anybody. And I don't care. I think we all assume because you're in the limelight and there's more people talking about you that we have more pressure. I don't think that's the truth. I think everybody that has a job feels pressure. How they deal with it, everybody deals with it somewhat differently, So,
How do you?
well, I drink a lot of beer, No. Listen, I don't
Sounds
drink.
familiar, guys.
I don't drink like what I portray. How I deal with it.
This is our people.
I'm talking about Ron White.
So you
want-
you speaking to my heart, coach. You ain't doing nothing wrong here.
I want to surround myself with good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I do that, then I can deal with anything.
That's the key,
I
right?
do have a strong faith as well. So, I mean, now I've graduated out of Southern Baptist because you can't drink in Southern Baptist. So I'm like Southern Northern Baptist.
There you go.
Now,
Yeah.
but
Northern is.
but
The
no,
evolved
I think
one.
that's it. And then I used to not take any time. like you'd have some time in the summer and I go, oh, no, I got to be in around here. Like I'm going to be the reason that they lift more in the bench press,
Yeah.
And now I'm taking a little bit more time away. And I think that's helping me deal with a little bit of the pressure. Anytime that you have a job, and then if the job is popular or media based, or if you make a lot of money, you're going to get more and more pressure that comes with the job. Now, we all like it when they pat us on the back. So if they're going to kick you in the butt, you got to be okay with that as well.
Sam Pittman, Arkansas football coach, with us on 3HL.
Coach, I got to put you in the boom boom room. One thing you got to remember too, before going in the boom boom room, them pats on the back, you go up about 2 inches and turn in pats on the head. Them kind of like slaps. So,
hey, no doubt.
Because I done had a couple of them, Coach Pittman. I'm just saying. Now, the boom boom room, when you go in, the door's locked behind you. It's a series of questions you got to answer truthfully to the best of your ability. If you do that, the door's unlocked. You can get out of there. You ain't got to be in the cellar with the lost souls of the SEC.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Lock the doors, Zeph. Let's go to work. Coach Sam Pittman is in the boom boom room. Let me ask you this first and foremost, and I mean this one's gonna be hard hitting. I'm coming out with about a 98 mile per hour straight down the barrel. So if you can connect, you better connect. Give me a nickname, Coach, that we don't really know. A nickname you land 20 foot pipes and doing roofs. Like you got to have a hell of a nickname from you younger.
I'm known as the pit boss and boss hog right now. So those are
phenomenal.
Boss Hog. I'm going Boss Hog. I like Boss Hog. Yeah. Okay. The next one, Coach. The transfer portal, real thing out there, man.
Yeah.
Take me back to your playing days. They come to you, Coach to you, and he tell you, Sam, Boss Hog.
Oh man.
We need to go in this portal. We got to go get one guy who's gonna make us better on the offensive side of the ball in your playing days and on the defensive side of the ball. Coach, I need him, and we're going to get him.
Andrew Thomas. You talking about who I know?
Yes, sir.
Andrew Thomas. He'll make you better.
Okay.
Yeah. Slightly.
So he'll make you a lot better.
Yeah.
And on defense, Roquan Smith.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are two of the best that I was around.
To go.
I mean, I love Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah.
I would have said that because I coached against him so much, and you had to take 14 guys over there and the quarterback to block him. He was so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's your answer. I don't want out of this damn cell.
I'm gonna get you one more, Coach, and I'm gonna let you out of there. NIL is a real thing too, Coach. And you just talked about all the jobs you had to do to go on and pay for school. You get one NIL deal. What would it have been? Who would you have wanted to endorse you while you were in school playing?
Who endorsed me?
Mm-hmm. You get an NIL deal.
Sam's Club.
Wow.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, they got
everything there.
Because that's my name. That's my name.
That's a good one.
And they got food, alcohol, gas. You can buy your lawn furniture out there. They got everything in there.
True.
And they got the baddest hot dogs in the world in there. Sam's Club,
And
baby.
it's $2 still.
It's cool, baby.
All right, Coach Pittman. This one thing, man. I'm asking this one from me. I've called a couple of Arkansas games a year, basketball wise.
Yeah.
I need to know, man, where are you located, man? I'm up there the day before. I'm looking for good places to eat. I can't get no good recommendations, so I'm gonna have to reach out during basketball season.
I want you to.
Okay, all right.
But I want to go with you. Let's do it together.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then at the game, I'm usually in a suite up there.
Okay. See, Tom Hart, they won't take me out. They won't take me out up there. They won't do me right. But I'm calling the Boss Hog on this one.
You know what? I lost a little weight. Because TV brings about 100 pounds to you, And so
believe me, I know.
I lost a little weight. I may be down there courtside this year.
Okay.
I mean, if I don't gain it back.
One of them little
next 2
fleek
weeks.
seats. Yeah.
That's right. One of them squeezy seats.
Hey, man, let the Boss Hog out the boom boom room. Unlock the door.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Sam Pittman, Arkansas coach, with us. Big wins against Tennessee, at Auburn, Texas Tech in the bowl game last year. You guys certainly capable of winning those big games against really big teams. How do you find more consistency in 2025?
Well, I think the number one answer is we've lost a lot of close games, and I
Yeah.
think and I think you go around the league and the ones they lost were close as well. But we've lost a lot of close games. We have to do better in the turnover battle, and it's simple as this: we have to get more. Every time you go turnovers, you seem like you're talking about the offense turning over too much. We need to cut that down as well. We've got to get more turnovers defensively as well. Let me put it in perspective. Against the University of Tennessee, who was as good a football team as we played all year. Now, we played them at home, and maybe they didn't play as well as, I don't know all that. I do know this, that they turned the ball over 0 times. We turned the ball over 0 times, and we won the game.
Yeah.
Now, it was a close game
Yep.
and all that, but we won the game.
19-14.
It was a great story to talk to about our team, that if we can just value the football, we have enough good players. We have Taylon Green, and we have enough good players that we can win. And so that's been our big thing since last season. Obviously, 7-6 is not the standard that Arkansas, nor me, nor our football team wants to be in. But at the same time, I was proud that we went with a team that to the Liberty Bowl and won with a team that was not a complete season of the team. It was, we'd lost a lot of kids going into that game.
You mentioned that, and Taylon went off 427 total yards, I think 3 touchdowns. What do you take from that game and his performance and kind of pull momentum wise into this year?
Well, anytime Bobby Petrino's had the same quarterback his second year, the stats have gone through the roof. So we're counting on that, and I think history will play the same thing for us. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is that Taylon got hurt in Tennessee. I believe that was game 5.
Yep.
He was not healthy even in the Liberty Bowl, even though we had a little bit more time. He was not totally healthy at that time. You have a healthy Taylon Green into the second year. We have upgraded our offensive line, and we've upgraded everywhere. I think we have a chance to win when we go out and play each and every Saturday. And what we do with him, I think we just keep doing the same thing, because I think he'll be faster on his reads. He'll be more comfortable. We may put a few more runs in for him because he's one of the fastest guys on the team as well. But he went to Manning passing camp, and I understand he did exceptional out there. So
Yeah, I saw people talking about him.
yeah, I think you just get the second year with he and Bobby, and I think that'll help us just right there.
And keep him
Sam
healthy.
Hitman, Arkansas football coach. Always good to see you, my friend.
All right, guys. Good
Yep.
to see y'all. Y'all
We
a lot
love
of
you,
fun.
Coach. Thank you.
Folks, this football season. More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
KellumStemCellInstitute.com. That's where you need to head to for holistic stem cell therapy. You're sitting at the house and you're wondering why this inflammation is attacking you. You're like, what is this pain? How do I get rid of it? Well, you've got the solution right there in your body. It's your stem cells, your body's stem cells. Makes it your body, your cells, your solution. They are stored for future and continued use, and they do work. Their body's own healing cell, nothing better than this. Harvested and redeployed based on your needs. Stem cells attack the inflammation in the body, and it's known that autoimmune disorders derive from inflammation. So all of those burning sensations in your knees, your joints, your ankles, your back, shoulders, elbows, whatever you can name, I'm telling you, you can get it solved. Just get you a consultation today at 615-850-4415. 615-850-4415. That is sitting down with Dr. Ethan Kellum himself and walking through exactly what's going on and coming up with a solution. KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking. I lost 70 pounds and my friend lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months.
Wow, what are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99.
3HL 1045 The Zone, broadcasting live from SEC Media Days. Our thanks to Brian's Motorsports and Medical House Calls that have made our broadcast possible all week long. We certainly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Sam Pittman was incredible. Arkansas football coach. Always wish him the best. Obviously he's one of the guys that people talk about being on the hot seat, and he doesn't care.
No.
He said there's pressure with any job. And he goes, if you have a high-profile job or you make a lot of money, you're going to have even more pressure. So,
hell, I
don't care. He said it. He's a man of faith, and you surround yourself with good people, which a lot of people question that, him bringing Bobby Petrino in, because, it just looks like you're hiring your replacement, and maybe he did, but he did get another year, so we'll see. And as he pointed out, it's a great point, but he's got a 6'6" quarterback that had a huge bowl game with 422 total yards and 3 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. That gives them a little momentum going into the season. He pointed out, and I hadn't thought about, Bob Petrino in year 2 with his quarterbacks, huge jump. So we'll see.
And he said, go back and look at the stats of Bobby Petrino with a quarterback that he's had for 2 years. Yeah. And they always take off.
That's it.
So,
that's it right there. The boss hog himself.
Boss hog,
pit boss. By the way, he's just that blue collar work guy, right?
Yes.
Talking about his childhood and what he did, jobs in high school and college, summers, and
working as a roofer, laying pipe.
Yeah.
All of it.
Fences, all of it, just physical labor.
Yes.
Yep.
Out there paying for his own school. That's it.
So coming up today, Kentucky linebacker Alex Afari. We were talking with the sports information people there. He's got an incredible story. Born in Italy, something you know a little bit about.
Yeah, right down there in Rome.
His family is in Ghana, so his dad is a shoemaker and wanted to make Italian shoes, so moved to Italy and then moved to the States, to Cincinnati. Alex moved to Ghana, so his family could get set up and get everything set. And then brought him when they were. Yeah. And then he ends up a 4-star cornerback, and now he plays inside linebacker in the SEC. He only had one SEC offer.
Well, he got the size show to do anything. I know that.
Looking forward to talking with him. David Cutcliffe coming up at 4 o'clock.
Cut. He's always one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love talking to Cut.
One of the things I want to ask him about is his recruitment of Peyton Manning, because I was at Tennessee in broadcasting school when that went down, and so Brent Hubbs was in a bunch of my classes, and Brent actually went down to New Orleans during that process for Peyton Manning's press conference. Really? So I'm curious how that all went down with Coach Cut, kind of the quarterback whisperer. Chris Lowe at 420, Drew Fabianchi at 445. You may not know him, but he's a really
I know him.
Interesting dude. Yeah.
You know very well.
He was at West Virginia as a general manager, and you had several West Virginia games.
Correct. And spoke to him a lot and had no idea that he'd be interested in doing this kind of job. He was also the general manager at Auburn under Brian Harsin.
Was an assistant
which was a disaster.
At Tennessee.
We won't bring that up.
90 to 93, so that was quite a run there. Mm-hmm. But he was a scout for the Dallas Cowboys for 18 years. Now he's going to he is running the Panini America Senior Bowl.
18 years with the Cowboys.
So
he probably has some stories, right?
Just about Jerry himself in meetings, probably.
Tony Barnhart at 5 o'clock, Mr. College Football. Matt Hayes at 5:20, and we'll talk with Matt. Even though we're at SEC Media Days, we'll talk with him about the Jacksonville Jaguars and get a little AFC South discussion going there. So that's kind of what's
going on. I don't know if the fan base is in on Trevor or not.
Great question.
Because, the Titans fans, everybody, it was 100% out on Will Levis, right? 100%.
Yep. But
even at the beginning of the year, maybe I would say it was probably 50-50, right?
Yeah.
But, what about Trevor? Are you in on Trevor?
You know what? With him, I think the reason he's able to buy time is because he was the number 1 overall pick and he showed enough flashes to be able to get you to believe. Now I'm out on giving him that big old humongous contract extension.
But see,
I'm totally out on that.
Nowadays you have to.
Yeah, so it's that's a tough.
Because people made the argument about Tua. You give Tua a big
you got to prove
contract.
Yeah, you got to prove
100% sold on.
You got to prove
quarterbacks.
Yeah, one thing I'll be out on is being attached to him. I can't break away from him. I would have to be able to break away from him because you got to move on, man. If he can't get it done, you got to move on. That's a number 1 overall pick. We're about to go through this same thing, so we'll be able to go through the progression with Cam.
I hope it's a lot prettier
Absolutely.
here.
Hope we get the same coach and coordinator.
Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
Yeah,
We
as
appreciate
Trevor
you
had.
Yes.
listening. Happy Thursday to you. Hope
Happy
you're having
Thursday.
a great week. It always seems like it's Thursday to me. Throat Punch Thursday.
Yes.
And, you know, we've had some adventures down here. We typically do have adventures. Like, adventures follow us around.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Yesterday we had the guy that, you know, was asking for some money. And, you know, that's fine. I get it.
Sure.
We support the homeless community and do what we can there with our friends at Home Street Home in Nashville. And so that wasn't the thing. The thing was he asked for $20.
Out of nowhere.
Like, hey, man, can I get 20? Babs immediately goes, inflation. I immediately go, dude, that's aggressive. And then Sonny's like, hey, big homie, $20. How'd you get to $20?
Yeah. Like what?
You aren't going to say 5?
No, anything. You could have got lucky.
Slay went off.
Yeah, like what you tripping out here, man. First of all, it's too hot. Like to be bringing that kind of frustration upon me to make me think that hard. Like
Yeah.
$20. What you about to do with $20,
What's funny
dog?
about Lucky, we were on Lucky Street.
Yes.
Literally.
They could have got lucky. Didn't get lucky. Playing around. All you had to do is do the right thing.
Maybe
Okay, if he would have asked for 5, would you have given it to him?
Probably so.
You probably
no,
would.
but then plus you got to butter me up a little bit.
Yeah.
You ain't even gonna give me no little story or anything real quick.
No.
You ain't practicing. Hey man, one of y'all got $20. What? That's
Yeah.
like somebody asked you. That's a teammate that asked something like that. Hey man, somebody give me $20 real quick. Let me pay for this. Man, I don't even know you on the street. Come on,
That was
dog.
you last night. I thought about it. You were like, hey, can I borrow that 20 of yours or whatever? I'm like, oh, yeah, here.
Yeah,
And then I'm like,
I did.
that guy just asked Slade, just like I asked
Like,
Mayor. Yeah,
that's-
sure he
that's-
gets Mayor.
come on, dog.
Come
Well,
on now.
No.
What's funny about that, though, is we decided last night we were going to go to Strikeout Wings.
Mm-hmm. On
Yes,
Peachtree.
because they have one here in Atlanta.
Yep.
It was so good.
It
We'll get
was
to that part of it.
so good.
But we're getting out of the car. A guy walks up the street and he asked for a quarter.
So did.
25 cents. And I said, I saw you say, I appreciate you asking me that way. Here, dog.
Yep.
And you gave him some bills.
Yeah, I gave him $5.
Yep.
So like that, but see, at least like that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't forcing it or, hey man, let me get in. No, hold on, man. Just ask, and then he gave us a little story at the end, like talking about him being
Digital
soft-
marketing.
Yeah,
He's trying to do digital marketing and whatever.
See, now that part. See, that's what I want. Give me some little jokes at the
said
end.
you wanted
No, that's what I want. Give me some little jokes at the end where I can walk away and be like, man, that's all right right there. Okay. Digital marketing. Okay, my man. Go have fun with that.
So we go
file.
inside. We get the strikeout wings.
Yeah.
I got sweet and sassy.
Yep.
What'd you get?
She got the
I-
Ron Slay.
She
I
the
got
wrong-
whatever Slay ordered.
Sweet
Slay
sass and lemon
his
pepper.
order, and I go, I want what he
Exactly what
got.
you But
Slay was
Cajun
like,
Ranch
hold on,
fries.
it's Cajun Ranch fries. Like, are you okay? I'm like, give me exactly what he got.
Sure did. Yeah.
I should have got the Cajun Ranch.
I don't know what you was doing.
I wouldn't. What
You
was
done
I
had
doing?
them before. Aren't you tripping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
often. So anyway, they did. They asked. They had the Kool-Aid Rita.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid
I
Rita.
felt like I needed to try the Kool-Aid Rita.
You did it justice.
Yeah. So it was buy one get one
Mm-hmm. Bogos.
with 2 shots
Yep.
of tequila
Yes.
in both drinks.
Yes, you did.
I mean,
Then we took an extra little shot.
yeah. If you're gonna do something, do it.
Mhm.
Right.
Big or go home.
Yeah.
Right. So we sit down and we're eating. Then we're going back and forth with Frank Caliendo. We were living in a weird time.
It was. There's a lot going
So
on.
Caliendo, you start messaging Caliendo, and he starts messaging both of us. I'm like, Frank, I'm sitting with Slade.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, but he's got a show next week.
Yeah.
We are all going to.
On Wednesday. So get your tickets. Go to the Zanies website, zanies.com, I
Mhm.
guess,
Yep.
and get your tickets to Caliendo because we will be there,
Right.
and
Absolutely.
he will be hilarious.
I promise you. I went the last time, man, and it's
You did
everything
go,
is
I forgot.
advertised, dude.
Did
on
Chris
radio.
go with you?
Yep, she
Yeah.
did.
Yep.
Everything is advertised on radio, man. I promise you.
It's-
And better.
That's gonna be fun. So we're talking with him, and then something happens. Like this guy comes in the restaurant, and
I want Slay to tell this story because I don't
This-
even know what the hell
Yeah,
happened.
this is my throat punch. So
throat punch Thursday.
yeah.
Oh, I love. Wait, don't we have an intro to that?
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Do we?
Yep.
Zeph, do we have an intro to
I
Throat
think-
Punch Thursday?
We do.
Hey, see?
All right.
There it is.
He's got to move all kinds of things around for us to be able to
Yeah,
hear something,
Yeah.
things like that. Zeph, you could give us an update if you would like.
He's in
That'd
there.
be great.
I think you're good.
Hey. All right. Listen, dog. So we're sitting there eating, you know what I mean? Babsy and me got our back to the wall Kirby and Yora have their back to like the entrance, not all the way.
I hate.
I know
having
you
my
did
back
too.
to the-
But yours was kind of to a wall though.
I turned it. I
Yeah.
turned the chair so I
So
could
you could
see
be-
the door.
So the door's coming in. So I see a guy walking in. He got the Ike Turner undershirt on. Like,
Like
he
how you
coming in,
called it.
yeah, coming in like got a little sweat, little perspiration built up. It's hot outside.
He's been outside.
Yeah, been outside. Got some jeans on. I'm like, okay, so I can see his whole little section is off. But come on, dude, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm like,
Check
okay.
that out too.
Yeah, so he walking through. I'm like, all right, okay, baby, buddy finna go up and get some wings. But then he stopped right there at us,
He
right
came
between
in
Kirby and York.
on a purpose.
Yeah, like,
I mean, like roars in there.
and I have no idea what he said. All I understood was, hey man, can I get a foul or a fade? Now, fade, what I know from the West Coast is you want to fight. You know what I mean? Like a fade, you want to get a one-on-one real quick and get off. I'm like,
That makes sense then. That's what
but
he was talking about.
he just said, I was like, you want to fade? He was like, yeah, I just got into a fight out there in the park. I'm like, all right, so why you want to fade in here? I know you want to fade here. Like, what? That ain't even making no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Nah,
should have
dog.
heard Slay.
So
handle
I'm
it.
like, no, dog, go ahead on, man. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, no. So, see, you done forgot you black or something. I said, what? Hey, man, but if you don't go on, man, what is you talking about, man? No, man, forget that, man. Forget that. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what you. Hey, man, why don't you go on up and get some wings or something? No, man, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. And then he just started murmuring and
I
mumbling stuff.
thought he said he wanted a small fry at that
I
point.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Nope.
He just started
He
mumbling
was
different
standing
stuff in the air.
behind me, and I didn't have my face on him.
Yeah.
And I knew he didn't have a gun.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if he had a knife.
No, I'm watching him, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He could have done that, but when he turned around, though, he had a little so on his undershirt, Ike Turner, he got a cutout on the back of it, like a big circle. Like I don't know if it maybe he cut it out for a little ventilation for the air, or maybe him and the dude was tussling and it
That's
got
what
ripped
I
or
thought
something. You know what I
it was,
mean?
Yeah.
But then he went outside, and when he got outside, it was another family sitting about 4 tables down, sitting near the window.
And the girl was wearing Western Kentucky
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
They
was.
were from where?
Yep.
Yeah.
So he stood in the window and kept pointing over there, and I guess acting like he had a gun or like pew pew. And,
Yeah, he was acting like
Yeah,
he had
like-
a gun because I was like, "What the hell is
yeah,
this
like
dude
dude,
doing?"
go ahead
I
on,
stopped looking at
man.
him.
Yes, I want to keep an eye on him, but you know, what I mean, I give him too much
I was like, is
attention.
it
But
because you were with white people?
I
or
guess
something?
I don't know what made me forget I was black. I don't know if it was. Now listen, I don't know if it was the wings that made me forget I was black. I don't know what I was sitting with white people. I don't know. We had Kool-Aid. I don't like that's my favorite. You know what I mean? I know for the culture we love Kool-Aid, but I don't know what it is.
For the
dog.
culture.
Oh
It was
my
that was
I
a
mean,
weird moment.
Billy
man.
Mike called the other day, said he
So-
was glad you're still black.
So maybe it's something going around, man. I got all black on today though, so maybe I'll blend right in. That
I'm
was
not
weird.
gonna lie.
That's my throat punch.
I was like terrified. I'm like, because
You know-
I
No.
always think of the. Now I will say this: when I saw him walk in, I was looking at him close.
Yeah.
Kirby was right across from me.
Yeah.
He also was too. So
Yeah.
both of us had already assessed that he did not have a gun
Yeah.
on his belt
Yeah.
or in his hands, and his jeans were like tight enough to where they weren't.
Yeah.
He wasn't hiding it. If
But
he
he
had a
was
gun,
acting-
it might have
yeah,
been at
But he
his
was acting
ankle.
crazy,
But
and
he
he
was
had
acting
nothing to
crazy.
lose,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
He was hot and delirious.
Yeah.
Clay was just like, what?
Like, dude, what did you talking
But
about?
Clay could not have been more of the alpha male in that
That was
conversation.
silly, dog.
No.
That was so silly. Like, what?
Of course, I'm thinking,
Oh,
oh,
no.
great. Like, now Slay's going to have to get up,
Yeah,
just bump me,
Yeah.
take care of this idiot.
I'm gonna have to grab him.
Then we're going to
I
have
didn't
to call
even do no
Dr.
chasing.
Rob.
Yeah.
And Slay's
Yeah.
like, well, if he ran, I couldn't
Yeah.
catch him. And I was like, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I'll catch him and bring him back to you.
We didn't have the scooter.
Nah,
We didn't have the
one night, so didn't. Hey man, nah, I was just gonna lunge and get him. It was on.
Scooter chasing after.
I'm gonna
Come
get
on
you.
here,
I'm gonna get you.
get over here. Get over. I ain't got no horn or nothing on it, man.
Gosh.
You
Nah,
think
it was
anything-
wild,
you
man.
think anything else weird's gonna happen to us? Well, now,
Man,
now,
I hope not. We're on the
hope
way out
not.
this thing, man. At
No.
some point,
all
dog.
right, now we gotta. No,
What's wrong with y'all?
no.
We're talking about how stressful driving in Atlanta is going to be around that time of day,
Yeah.
because we're hitting by the end of our show, we're
Well,
probably going to hit traffic.
I just decided I'm just gonna stay in whatever lane I'm in and just
Just
get,
gonna roll.
yeah, just get out of here slowly but surely.
You really don't want me to try.
It's not that. I just
The Sprinter got
it's
cruise
kinda
control.
It's my job. Yeah, well, cruise control and bumper to bumper traffic ain't gonna help.
Stop it on its own.
It's not bad.
It's like a Waymo.
It is.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those around here.
A whole lot of them.
Driverless car. Then we walk out of Strikeout Wings, and we almost get run over by like a robot food delivery thing.
It stopped on the dime too, boy. Anti-lock brakes on that thing.
I've seen those all over campus.
All over campuses. They are
Every
everywhere.
college campus.
I don't get it, man.
It's
Like,
the weirdest.
listen how quick the service is.
It can't be that quick.
Can't be,
Like
can it?
somebody has to
Because
load
it
the
stops for
robot.
everything.
And then you got to imagine on college campuses all those crosswalks.
Yeah.
I see them stop all the time, and they'll get ready to go stop. Get ready to go stop. It's
Yeah.
weird, man.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Technology,
What's our
man.
world turning into? We're all going to be run by robots at some point.
It's a wild world.
Killed by robots.
The robot's gonna take you out, Kirby.
They're
Somebody
going
ought
to take
to
everybody.
sell tickets. All right, we'll talk a little Kentucky football
the
next.
victory.
Kentucky linebacker Alex Afari joins us. Stay tuned. He's got a great story, y'all. Next on 104.5 The Zone.
All right, sometimes it is time to upgrade things in your home, maybe your windows and your doors. And guess what? I know who you need to do it with. That would be Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Can't wait to get home from Atlanta. Enjoy my new windows and doors from Pella. Here's the deal. In my rental property, the windows were collapsing on each other, and so I knew that I needed to replace all of them. So I did all the research for you. I went through all the window companies here in town, decided who I wanted to use, and Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville were the absolute best, my favorite, and they've been phenomenal to work with. And guess what? They let me give you a Dawn deal every month. And for this month, the month of July, ask them about 60% off qualifying installations plus 0% APR for 36 months. That's the Dawn deal. All you have to do is call them 615-249-1910 or schedule a free consultation easily online. Ask for the Dawn deal. They'll take care of you. I promise. PellaNashville.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone, last day of SEC Media Days. We are broadcasting live from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. Thanks to our friends at Brian's Motorsports Medical House Calls as well. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Knee still holding up?
Knee is all right.
Sounds good. You guys want to talk a little Kentucky football?
Heck yeah.
Alex?
We got a whole lot of Kentucky fans.
Alex Afari is here, and he's got an interesting story. Can't wait to get into this with the inside linebacker from Kentucky. Alex, what's up? How are you, man?
I'm blessed. How you
I
doing?
like the black with the blue tie.
Yeah,
Soft
blue and
solid
tears
bit
with it.
there. Oh, blue
Oh.
and tears.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's sharp.
Yeah.
So how has media days been for you? Like, is this a fun thing for you to do, to be able to talk about Kentucky football to a bunch of people?
Yeah, it's been awesome, talking to a bunch of people, meeting new people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Building connections now. Yeah, it's been good.
Tell us about Mark Stoops, playing for Mark Stoops. What do you have there with the head coach?
Yeah, he's a great coach, great person outside of football, you know what I'm saying? He's a loyal guy. You know what I'm saying? He was loyal to me when
Yeah.
coming out of high school. You
Yeah.
know, Kentucky was my only SEC offer, so he was
How is
loyal.
that possible?
Uh,
Seriously,
Yeah.
four-star player
Yeah.
coming out of high school, played defensive back, but
Yeah.
also the ability to obviously move inside a
Right.
linebacker. So wide range of skills.
Yeah, so I don't know how that happened, but
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be here though.
So it was Kentucky and who in recruiting?
Kentucky and Cincinnati. Yeah,
Okay.
Cincinnati. But that's where I'm from. So yeah.
Yep.
I
That
gotcha.
see, but Stoops does that. He finds,
Yeah.
he
Yeah, he
finds
find,
these
yeah.
guys and you guys play for him. I know there's a lot of outside noise right now surrounding Kentucky football. As a player, how do you handle it? I know how coach handles it, but
Yeah.
how do you handle it?
It just make us hungry. You know what I'm saying? We've been hearing everything that people has been saying about us and stuff like that, but we don't really try to pay too much attention to that. We just hungry. We just ready. We got a new team. We excited about it, and we just ready to show our fans what we are.
Well, Alex, let's go in this boom boom room. Ain't no need
I was
us
gonna
playing
say,
around.
I can't wait for you
Yeah.
to go in because he's fascinating.
Yeah, ain't no need us playing around with it, man. Listen, the boom boom room is a room we go in, the door's locked behind us. Now, when the door's locked, I ask you a series of questions. You got to answer them truthfully to the best of your ability. If you do that, then the door's unlocked and you can leave. If not, you got to go in the cellar. We got a lot of lost souls down there in the SEC. Y'all battle it out. 2 hots and a cot. That's all you get down there. Other than that, you in?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Lock
do
the
it.
doors, Self. Let's go to work. All right, first and foremost, give me a nickname that you go by.
8-3.
A3.
Yeah.
Okay, how did that come about real quick? A3.
It's just my name, my Alex Safari, A, and then my number 3.
Okay.
It's just what people have been calling me.
I like that. I like that. So that's what we're calling you. A3 in the boom boom room. A3, tell me this right here. You were born where?
Italy.
You were born in Italy. Where in Italy were you born?
It's like closer to Rome, Pollinoni.
Yeah.
right over there.
Familiar with that. I used to stomp around down there a little bit, in my playing days. Okay.
Yeah.
From Italy to
Ghana.
Ghana.
Yeah.
Ghana to
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Biggest difference, you think, have you ever had the opportunity to go back?
Not yet, no.
Okay. All right. So still in touch with people there though?
Yeah, my grandma lived there, my cousins, my aunties talked to my grandma last night. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is some motivation for you when you playing the sport of football to bring you into it?
Just to show the kids in Ghana, like, they have a you know what I'm saying, role model to look up to, somebody that made it from Ghana and on the stage, and it's real important to me.
Love that right there. Okay. So
Wait, hold on.
okay, what?
So
What,
you,
Babs?
Here we go.
do sorry, I always butt
Come
in
on,
here.
just come on in, Babsy.
Dual citizenship?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, and languages? What can you speak?
I speak Tree and English. I used to speak Italian a little bit, but my parents can still speak it a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
speak some Italian?
Poco. Poco.
So,
He knows the
speak-
curse words.
What is the language? Say something for us in that language.
Tree, Kentucky, yeah, but we need SEC championship this year.
I can translate
Yeah.
that. Take it.
Good money right there.
Uh,
Okay,
Good
so
stuff.
tell me this, man. To get away from football, what's your ideal day? Just relaxing.
I got a dog. I got a King Corso.
Hey,
yeah.
It's not from Italy though, is it?
Nah, it's not.
Oh, okay. I was saying that's
Yeah.
That's where they come. Hey,
That's where they come from.
yeah,
But nah,
yeah.
it wasn't from Italy.
Boy, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Simba.
Simba.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Simba. All right. Okay. So, in football, what drew you to football?
It's just being able to build relationship connection with brothers, people from all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Just being in a locker room, you building a strong bond, you can't get that nowhere else.
No doubt about it. That's
When
one
did you
thing
start
about sports.
playing?
When I was 8.
Okay. Were you
Yeah.
in Cincinnati by then?
Yeah, I was I started so when I came to United States, I was playing football, the real football in Ghana.
Soccer.
Yeah, the real football. Yeah. So when I came to the United States, one of my best friends named Caleb Johnson, he's the rookie running back for the Steelers now.
Yeah.
We was neighbors, so then I asked his grandpa to sign me up for football, thinking it was soccer. Then yeah, he signed me up the first day of practice. They put a helmet on me and shoulder pads. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, so I didn't think it was, yeah. But it's been great since. I've loved it since. He didn't make me quit. I was trying to quit when I was in 3rd grade, but he didn't make me. He made me stick through it, and me and Caleb were just battling on the field outside the backyard every day, and now we're here.
So you fell in love with it immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
That's interesting.
My last one, I'm gonna let him out of the boom boom room. Last one for you. What's your individual goals? We understand SEC championship for Kentucky, but individual goals, what is something you looking to take a step to this year?
Yeah, I want to become more of a vocal leader to the young guys in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm a really chill guy, laid back. I like to lead by example.
Yeah.
So just being more vocal. That's what the coach challenged me to do this year, and be more vocal and try to bring the young guys along.
That's what's up, man. So, man, A3, you did a terrific job in the boom boom room.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you out of there, man, 'cause we know you want to get out. Man, I got some partners up there in Lincoln Heights in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Our family up there, man.
familiar.
Okay, all right. Let them out of the boom boom room. Lock the door.
Alex Safari, inside linebacker at the University of Kentucky, 21 starts, 36 games. We have to ask you on the way out, curious about how this affected you, but Vince Marrow not only leaving Kentucky, but going to the arch rival Louisville.
We don't say that word around Kentucky.
Yeah.
Well,
the red school.
How did you find out, and what kind of impact did that have on you guys?
Yeah, I found out how everybody found on social media. It was hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like he recruited me coming out of high school, you know what I'm saying? Me and him had to go. He did a lot for me and my family, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a relationship that's always gonna be there, you know what I'm saying? I love him. And I wish him nothing but the best over there, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see him last game.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm curious, you guys moved from Ghana to Cincinnati. Why?
Just my family. So when I moved to Ghana, my family moved to the United States. So
Okay.
yeah, so then
Okay.
I was living with my grandma, so then we just came with my family.
Hey, good luck with everything, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Awesome.
Really enjoyed talking with you. Thank you, man. Alex Afar, Kentucky. More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone. United Structural Systems, these guys can help you out with foundation repair issues or waterproofing issues. United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. When USS comes to your house, you are getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You're not getting someone who is worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening with your home. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. This attitude and culture is the reason they keep employees year after year, from project managers to custom service to production. Some have been at USS 25 or more years. Over 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers, and they can help you with your needs in terms of foundation repair, waterproofing needs, they've got you covered. Homeowners trust USS. USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855. That's 615-488-7855. USSTN.com.
You know that life can change in an instant, and if unfortunately you're involved in a car wreck and are injured, that can throw everything off: your work, your job, your bills, your ability to pay those bills, your peace of mind, your mental health. And that is why you might need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Blair Durham, been here in town forever, Marine veteran. Him and his team have been fighting for folks here in Tennessee for years, making sure that insurance companies pay up. And here's the deal: no upfront costs. There's no waiting around. It's just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So if you have been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL. Call Blair Durham and let them help you. 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7. They are ready to fight for you. That is Bart Durham Injury Law. 615-242-9000.
Good Good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. It's the final day of SEC Media Days today from the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, and Texas A&M closed things out. Plenty of NFL news today. The latest being that Steelers star pass rusher T.J. Watt has become the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history for the second time in his career, reaching agreement today on a 3-year, $123 million extension that includes $108 million fully guaranteed at signing. The $41 million per year average is the highest of any non-quarterback in NFL history. Watt has 73.5 sacks over the last 5 seasons, the most in the NFL in that time span. Also, former Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams announced his retirement from the NFL just after 8 seasons. Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice sentenced to 5 years probation, 30 days in jail following a felony wreck last offseason, and a suspension from the NFL is expected. For our Foundation Repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, rolling through the Thursday edition, and we appreciate you being with us as we broadcast live from SEC Media Days. Thanks to our friends at Brian's Motorsports and Medical House Calls. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The Evan and Bank chat is open. Slay Dog, look at who we have here. Coach Hutt at the table.
We got a gym. We got a gym with us, baby. We got a gym with us.
The Slay Dog. That's right.
Yeah. You know something about Slay over here?
I watched him slay him from when he was in high school.
Yeah.
I went and watched him play.
Yeah.
And he's the reason, I mean, not the only reason, but I'm going to watch basketball in the Southeastern Conference around because I get to see this one.
That's right.
So Slay loves to tell people that he led the state in receiving for 3 weeks.
Well,
I mean, he could have played for you.
He could have been legendary. If that not have been something else.
Man,
you know?
they start,
Titan.
see that split in. They start giving the ball to John Henderson as a fade route, and then Santonio Beard playing running back.
That team, Coach.
Kind of weaves me out a little bit on that.
I get that, but the hardwood served
that
you
was
well.
it. That was it. Yes, sir.
Think about that Procone team with Buck Fitzgerald, Santonio Beard, Big John Henderson, Ron Slay. I mean,
You see why I was having so much fun. Maurice Fitzgerald, he was living in heaven in the day.
He was. Coach Cut stayed down there walking through the gym during one season.
Man,
I
think I could have beaten them all in horse.
real
man.
quick.
You had no range.
hey, that was a little quick move.
That was, wasn't it? I think I got a quick twitch with.
I was the 3-point king when there was no 3-point
See,
line.
You grew your own line.
And it wasn't driving.
Yeah.
I was just shooting from
Pull up.
far away as I
Let
could.
it fly, baby.
You don't have to run as far that way.
Yeah, well, I played with some average players, so my coach would get mad. I said, Coach, you want me shooting or them? He said, you got to.
David Cutcliffe with us on 3HL. What are you up to these days, Coach?
Well, I'm working with the SEC. The commissioner called me about this position that was not there. And I said, well, what are you talking about? And so I flew down and visited with he and his staff. They didn't even have a job description. I wanted something along those lines. And I decided to take the job because of the Dwight Schrute title. If you've ever watched The Office, special assistant to the commissioner for football relations. That sound like Dwight Schrute.
That's a great extension.
You can do anything you want.
But the word that got me to agree was relations.
Yeah.
So what I do is I make campus visits, I make calls, text. It's all, and not just head coaches. I'm involved with all of the coaches. I'm there for them if they need me. First place I go on a campus visit is the equipment room. Equipment room is always going to be the closest place proximity to the locker room.
Yeah.
Those dudes know what's happening in a building. So you'll
Like
learn.
range at
Everything.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
There's a chicken hawk, all them guys,
Yes,
they know
so
it.
they do, and they know I'm coming by there first.
Yeah.
And I value their opinions, and you get a sense of, tell me how the players are doing this day and time. Everybody wants to talk about everything else except how are the players doing emotionally? That means everybody in that locker room, not a star or
That's right.
3 or 10, or you understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
Name, image, and likeness does not totally consume a locker room in itself, but the effects of it can consume a locker room, if that makes sense.
Well, I have to say this, man. I text my brother. I said, man, you ain't gonna believe who we got sitting down with us. We got Coach Cut. He said, make sure you tell him he ain't never had a better offensive line than 2007. This is Ramon Foster telling me this. I said, Big Fred Weir and Cozy Coleman and them might have something to say, but I'm gonna let you run with it.
Ramon, look at the career he put together.
Right. He is, man. One franchise.
He's a dang Hall of Famer, is what he is, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and he's not wrong. And the love we all had for each other was as real could get. Now, we didn't always love Big John when he was over there messing with us or in practice.
Coming on the other side of that ball.
Yeah. But no, Ramon, not only a great player, an incredible person. And I live it still today because it's all in my heart.
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah.
It is, and you're in my heart.
No question.
It's that's what you want relations to mean forever.
That's what I was just about to ask, Coach Cut. In your position now and being able to come into this, you get to roam around and go to different campuses. How good and refreshing is that to see? Because I know when I see you, I'm like, no. You know, and then the conversations start, and it's like, man, we got to break apart. You got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? But how refreshing is that to be able to walk around and see the old faces like that?
Yeah. Oh, I love my dudes everywhere.
Yeah.
I've got, and I kind of, I hate to be a fuddy-duddy and an old timer, but I live for my guys.
Yes.
And there's some still around. I have a thread of about 60 guys that worked with us or coached for us through those years that we stay in touch. I do a little thing called field goal. And so sometimes I just want to write, and I think of 3 points that they need to continue to share with young people.
Wow.
And nothing's more important than a field goal, either to carry something to overtime, or if you miss one, not get to overtime, or to win a game. So I keep it brief, but I want that connection. We're all in sports connected to each other. And the word I would love to see people, focus on is legacy. I don't care about ego, and I don't care about what you think my records were or this or that. What's your legacy?
Yeah.
And legacy means people, and that's what I remind coaches of, even in this era. You're going to leave a legacy whether you want to or not.
Sure.
And what I always viewed, I'll leave you guys with this about coaching, and y'all think about this. I don't care what sport.
Yeah.
You're really still just a teammate. Your job is to make people better around you, whether you're a player on the team or a coach on the team. That's how a program is built. My job is to be the best teammate on the team. And I bet you somebody has come up to Ron Slade that played with him, and nothing would make you feel better than to, hey, man, Ron.
Yeah.
Slade, you were the best teammate I ever had.
Coach, I tell them all the time, anytime we talk, I want to be judged by my peers or my opponents. That's it.
That's the best teammate.
Give me that all day long.
And you know what? This is why we do that. We were teammates in an odd way. Just because of the era, the circumstance. Wow.
That's right.
And that's not just a football thing. I mean, we
right there, Coach.
We look at what we do in that way too.
That's
to
when you
build each other up.
Well, and that's why you're successful. You all are a team. I will say this about the SEC staff. The reason Karen and I moved to Birmingham, I'm not going to do this, what they're asking me to do, and not know people. And I love those young people that are in there that have their lives in front of me. It's like my new team. But watching them with each other, oh my gosh, it's awesome.
Keeps you young too.
Yes, and the commissioner's done a great job of building his team.
Yes.
David Cutcliffe with us, Coach Cut on 3HL.
Coach, you talk about the legacy and relationships and team and all of that as a coach. Do you think it's harder to do that nowadays with the NIL world, with a different generation, all of that, and how much harder is it?
Absolutely. And I'm glad you just said something really important, that you being young, you see and understand. We've generationally changed.
Mhm.
It's not just name, image, and likeness. And it's not that it's bad, but it's different. So if our coaching, again, it goes back to relationships. How do you connect with the current generation best? That doesn't mean give in. That doesn't. I've had some coaches say, "Well, coach, we can't coach them like y'all used to. They'll get in a transfer portal." You know what I say? Then good.
Yeah.
Let them.
If you don't want to be here, don't be here.
Yeah, let them. Well, that's easy for you to say. No, I would live it, but you do have to understand there is a difference in what they've read and what they've seen, and they're a different product. They do want to know why, but the most important thing you will teach on the field is why. You take a quarterback, and you don't just yell and scream about how or what. You take an elite basketball player. They need to know why.
Yeah.
You're every reason you're doing everything. When you start understanding the whys, it becomes important to you. I tell coaches all the time, they're the functional part. I don't care what you know. I want to know that they know why.
Yeah.
Teach the why. Teach it deeply. And the better coaches I've been around did that even back in the day, and the ones that I've been fortunate enough to work with through the years. And then I love to go watch coaches coach practice.
Yeah.
That's what you really get to see.
Yeah.
Well, you see it now.
Hey, this kind of leads to the quarterback, the why,
Mhm.
Daniel Jones,
Yeah.
Coach
I-
Quinn. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Last time,
go.
last time we talked with you, it was here, as a
Mhm.
matter of fact, and
It was a couple
2 years
years
ago.
ago.
we were over at the Omni sitting on a couch, and you were talking about Daniel Jones. You sold this guy. You sold
Yeah.
me too, but
I was-
he has a new opportunity now in Indianapolis, and that's kind of
Absolutely.
what you were saying was like it's just about fit with him.
Yep.
He came and stayed with me a little while back before he transitioned on the OTAs.
Mhm.
So we worked, and he's healthy. He's been through people, and I'm friends with John Mara, the owner, because my time with the Giants was long. Eli's career, then
Yeah.
straight into Daniel.
Yeah.
We've had some phone conversations, and I have great respect for Mr. Mara. But Daniel, too many systems, too many changes. He kept hiring first-time head coaches in
Yep.
that market. So I don't think Daniel had stability at any point in time. And Eli and I talk about that. Daniel's extremely talented. I know the Colts are excited. I know he's excited. He's in a good frame of mind. I talked with him, I guess it was Friday of last week for a good time on the phone. And he's going into camp with a really good mindset. And I think this is a good opportunity. There's no guarantees.
Yeah.
And I don't know the Colts personnel yet, but I am going to slip up there in August because I also have Riley Leonard there, who's
Oh,
one
that's
of
right.
ours.
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm
What a
gonna
great
go,
athlete.
Oh man, and a great human being,
Human,
just
yep.
like Daniel.
Yeah.
I mean, Riley is amazing. I'm glad he's getting married because he and his wife are both awesome, and he needs to have
That's
children.
what's up. Yeah.
We need more folks like
Like
that
that.
in the world, right? But yeah, I'm going to watch him and take that in. Jim Bob Cooter, who's a
Yeah,
Tennessee
Jim
guy,
Bob,
he's
yeah.
one of my quarterbacks, and I got quarterbacks
So do.
everywhere, coaching, and I'm still playing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
Can I ask you? I didn't get to this last time we had you on. Can you tell us about the recruiting process of Peyton Manning? And because that was such a public thing, and that wasn't always the case back then.
No.
But that family and trying to sell him on Tennessee.
The interesting part, obviously, a lot of phone conversations. The rules then, you don't get in-person contact in their homes until December. Okay. So there's a long buildup of building the relationship. He and I talked hours on the phone. I'm a huge believer that if you break a trust, a relationship is over.
Yeah.
I never promised him anything. I never lied to him. I knew what he would be hearing from so many people. I told him the truth. I told him things that I thought were the truth about him and just where we were and what we were trying to do. And first home visit, I mean, it was interesting. Olivia and Archie talked a lot, but ultimately, I had such a strong connection with Peyton.
Mm.
We just hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew we would sign him. I didn't go around saying that.
I would have liked to have known that back then.
I bet. But I mean, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I had such an admiration for Archie. I saw Archie play in the first night televised color broadcast against Alabama and Legion Field. As a guest of Alabama, I go, and Alabama won the game 33-32, but Archie Manning had like 500 and some odd yards of total offense. I think threw for 432. I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
After the game, everybody's going to the Alabama locker room. I split from the crowd, and I got in trouble trying to get in the Ole Miss locker room to want to shake Archie Manning's hand.
Yeah.
So there must have been some connection at that point.
Yeah.
And then when I saw Arch yesterday morning, it's just love. I mean, I hugged him. I said, I reminded him of the Big Two. And he knows the Big Two. The Big Two is be a great teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your teammates.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that we don't go work football. We play football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be getting into all uptight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going to go play. We're playing a game. How
Play the game.
blessed are we to continue to play a game, right?
That's right.
And so it doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
And I thought he was great yesterday.
How good is that kid going to be, do you think?
Well, he has the work ethic off the field and on the field. I've watched him practice. He makes practice like a game. He knows he's going to hear from me if I don't think he is. But he has tools, obviously. I mean, he's it's not just a terrific runner or different. He throws the ball well. He's quick with his release. He's a good thinker. So he has the tools, but there's no guarantees in anything that we do.
Yeah.
You know, the greats of all greats. I mean, Peyton rookie year in the NFL and all the interceptions, it never defines a great one. So I'm not going to put expectation on him.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that Texas has an exceptional football team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they stay healthy, and I think Steve Sarkisian's an exceptional coach, and his staff is exceptional. So I know we got a rock and roll.
Yeah. Always good to see you, Coach David Cutcliffe, Coach Cut, working with the SEC.
Great to see you guys. Take care.
Great to see you.
Relations, that's it.
That's it. All right. More 3HL coming up next on 104.5 The Zone.
I tell you what, after this this week of work here in Atlanta, I can't wait to go and enjoy the backyard project that we put together. And the way that we were able to do that was because of Loan Pronto. Used the equity in our home, got cash out, and we're able to do a backyard project for our family to enjoy. Maybe that's you, and that's what you want to do. Or maybe it's just that you have so much debt right now. You're maxed out on credit cards. It's high interest debt, and you want to go ahead and pay it all off. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan can help you do either of these things. The Rapid Equity Loan program is amazing. Get cash out now without touching your low rate first mortgage, no appraisals, no waiting, instant approvals, low rates, and no hard credit pull up front. That is Loan Pronto. They're the best. A+ rated by the BBB. 615-499-5780. Start the entire process without talking to anybody. You can do it online. That's what I did. LoanPronto.com at 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking. I lost 70 pounds and my friend lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months.
Wow, what are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great day. This day wraps up our coverage of SEC Media Days, which is presented by Brian's Motorsports, medical house calls. 3HL, FergusonHome.com. Look at Chris Lowe down here in Atlanta at the College Football Hall of Fame. Low Dog, what's up?
Well, look at me. What about our boy Slay? Playing hurt.
Rolling,
Hey, man, I'm out here getting to it. I got my scooter, CeeLo. I got my ice machine. I got my meds with me.
You got your hot chocolate?
Yeah, to make you doze off and then pop back up when CeeLo walk up, ready to roll.
Like the modern day version of Willis Reed.
Here comes Slay. And he'll come.
on.
Listen, he's got so much confidence on this scooter, man. He just comes flying around that corner.
He backs into places.
Y'all should see when I just left. Commissioner Sankey was in my way, and I told him, "You lucky I ain't got a horn, because I would have tooted." He said, "What'd you do? Blow a tire?"
You'll be up running marathons with Sankey next year.
Low Dog Tennessee came through here a couple days ago, and you did a great piece, ESPN.com, talking about kind of moving past the Nico situation, which Josh Heupel told us is the Joey situation.
That's right.
Joey Aguilar.
But the players talk about it too, and Miles Kitselman said some things about basically we want guys that want to be here, and they have moved past it. It's people like us that bring it back up, but interesting day for Tennessee through here.
Yeah, it's been May. It's been about 3 months since he's been gone. So those guys have been able to dive into off-season 7-on-7s, workouts. Joey's been on campus since the end of May, and I know he's worked really hard to get to know his teammates and on all sides, both sides of the ball.
This is what Kitselman said. He said about Joey, because Dawn asked, what do we know about him? And he goes, I'll tell you this. I've known Joey for a month, and now he has an invite to my wedding.
Yeah, well, there you go. And that's, your quarterback's got to be your leader of your team, not just offense. And I think the fact that, in talking to Josh this week, Josh Heupel, he's adamant that someone's going to have to win the job. And Joey Aguilar knows that. It's been very clearly communicated to him that just because, he's making $1 million, whatever he's making in NIL, it's not just going to be handed the job. Jake Merklinger will have something to say about it. McIntyre, even though he's a freshman, but I think the players, the ones I've talked to, are all really appreciative of the fact that Joey has come in and he's doing everything he can to try to be a good teammate and to get to know people, and not, hey, I'm this new high-priced free agent they brought in to be your savior quarterback. I'm going to come in and try to win that job, and to do that, you got to win your teammates' approval. But no, it's been 3.5 months since Eamaliava has been gone. I just think they've been over that for a while. They've been over him. They've been over the drama. They've been over the questions. They've been over what really happened. Talking to Miles Kitselman, Bryson Easton, all those guys. Nobody bashed. It was very. I don't think they handled it very well. No one bashed Nico. Okay, but it was very clear that they're tired of talking about Nico.
Yeah,
they're ready to move on.
Bryson Easton said he's my friend. I hope he does well.
Yeah. I will say that Miles did point out that at one point there were 2 days where he just didn't show up.
Right.
And he was like, and we're not having that.
Yeah, it's the way
He
it
said
happened.
that happened a couple of times.
Yeah, it's the way. And I've reported that was not the only time that he missed something he was supposed to be at. And players know that. You can't fool the players. Wait, where is this guy?
Yep.
And after that happens multiple times, and I think the writing was already on the wall that he was not going to be back. Now, I think from Josh Heupel's perspective and Joey Halsley's perspective, they hoped he would be back. You don't have to start over again. But when you start missing workouts, when you start missing practices, you start telling players that last week, and I know he told at least one, maybe two, that he was gone. He was going into the portal. And when those things start happening, and again, this is not a bash Nico Eamaliava session, but it's just time really for the two sides to part ways, and that's what happened. And again, I think the best people have asked me ad nauseum for the last 2 or 3 months what really happened, what they really feel. This is what they feel. They're just ready to go forward. Josh was funny when we talked to him. He was asked, it was a couple of my colleagues, and we were sat down with him, and a more intimate, it wasn't like 100 people there. And every time the subject of Nico came up, about what happened, how it happened, he was like, moving on. Moving on. Moving on. It's almost like who was the player that year at the Super Bowl media days? Marshawn Lynch.
I'm just here so I don't get
I'm
fined.
here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
That's what I thought about with Josh the other day.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving on.
This group, we're moving on. This young core receivers, Brazel, Mike Matthews, you say young, but I'm speaking as far as experience and productivity.
Mm-hmm.
What do they have there? That's the real question. Who can set up for these guys?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think it's we're going to find out. But they better play well around Joey or whoever's the quarterback. And if they don't, if they're not getting open, they're having trouble running the right routes, not where they're supposed to be, with a brand new quarterback, things could get ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh has had the penchant for being able to run the football wherever he's been. And that's, to me, everybody talks about the way he spreads you out. Well, if someone says to me, hey, what do you think about when you think of Josh Heupel's offenses? Well, yeah, he does spread you out, but he runs the ball. He will bloody your nose. Yeah. But to do that, Slay, to your point, you got to be able to throw it. You got to be a threat to throw the ball down the field and make big plays. Yeah. They did make a lot of explosive plays last year.
Yeah.
And I think that's the area on offense where they have to be appreciably better, and not just in the pass game, but in the run game too, because they leaned so hard on Dillon last year. But they got to be able to get the ball down the field and keep defenses honest so they can run the ball.
And lean hard on their defense again. Tim Banks and them guys, man, it's starting to reload over and over and over.
You got a chance to be good.
Yeah, and I think that to me was the sure sign that Josh, how much he had evolved and grown as a head coach is that last year, despite some of the critics and despite the gnashing of the teeth about what they weren't on offense, Josh knew what he had on defense, and he played to that.
Yes, he did.
Now, they got to the playoff. They got hammered in the playoff by Ohio State. Ohio State hammered a lot of people when they got it going. But I think to beat Ohio State, to beat Georgia, that's where, you still got to lean on your defense, but you're going to have to be able to score. There's 2 games, maybe 3, but certainly 2 in a season when you can't win 19-14. Yeah. You can't win 21-17. You got to be able to score some points. And that's, you go back to the Georgia loss, you go back to the Ohio State loss. Those were games. And even in, when they lost to the upset loss to Arkansas, they scored, 14 points.
Yep.
It's just hard to win at that level, leaning 100% on your defense. But I do think it's always nice, and Josh understood, to get to a position where they were going to be a playoff team last year. They had to lean hard on the strength of that team, and it was his defense.
Chris Lowe with us from ESPN.com. Dawn asked Josh Heupel about well, you had mentioned a couple of weeks ago to us, don't be surprised if they end up playing 2 guys. But, she asked him about that, and he went back to his junior college days, and he said, we did that. And he said it was a challenge. And he said, I played one half and the other guy played another half. And
I don't think he really shut the door on it.
He didn't shut the door on it at all.
I mean, he was like, I don't want to. It's hard.
Right.
But I don't think he shut the door on it.
I don't think that, but I think that he put out there that he definitely knows what that's like from a player perspective.
Yeah. I mean, maybe other than the head ball coach, nobody goes into the season.
Right. Snap after snap.
Yeah, where you play a new quarterback after every other snap. But
what was that? Jesse Palmer and Doug.
Dougie Johnson, Jesse, we're going to play them both.
Snap.
But I do think there is a scenario to Don's question that that they will play more than one quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know how that shakes out. Is there an injury? Is there a stretch in the game where they're just not moving the ball? And let's give, let's say Merklinger plays really well, competes his butt off in the preseason, and Joey just beats him out. Well, if you're Josh Heupel, this kid's, he's shown me that you can win with me. So do you give him a chance if things go wrong during the season? Probably you don't want it to play out that way, but I do think I'd say there's a 50-50 chance we see 2 quarterbacks play in some form or fashion this year for Tennessee.
And not just like mop-up stuff.
No, I mean play in meaningful situations. I don't think Josh is going to have a 2-quarterback system.
Yeah.
And so I want to make that. I know someone's going, Chris Lowe was on with the 104.5 folks today. So they go, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I do see a scenario where they will have to play or will play. I mean, Texas last year is a great example.
Mhm.
Ewers gets hurt for a couple of games. Arch has to come in. He came in late in the season. Also came in situationally a couple times. So maybe there's a situation like that occurs during the season.
Chris Lowe with us on 3HL.
Thoughts on him? You brought up Arch. What are your thoughts on him, Lowe? You had an opportunity to sit down with him one-on-one and talk. How impressive? Like, you've seen him. Where is he now?
Sounds like a Manning.
Yeah, sounds like a Manning. That's a great description right there.
Conducts himself like a Manning. You got just like the Peyton head nod when Peyton, Arch is nodding that head, when he's talking to you. So
kind of grit the teeth.
Yeah, he's taking notes. He's taking some good notes. But
he's super chill.
The one thing about Arch that I think we all forget is this is his third year. In the system. He ain't brand new. He hasn't been a star for the whole season, but he has played. He's played in some big moments. He knows he's had the same coordinator. This is one thing he told me. He said there's something to be said when you're playing in the same system for the same coordinator several years in a row. That doesn't happen a lot anymore in college football. And it has for him. Same head coach. Certainly Sark is, the guy that's he's the head of the snake when it comes to that offense. So I think that sets him up maybe more than others who are getting the keys to the offense for the first time. Plus, he's, Arch is, I think he likes to kid his uncles about it. He's clearly the most athletic of the family. If anybody's close, it's his granddad, Archie.
Yeah.
And so he will be able to do things when I think make some plays and keep the chains moving, even when maybe the passing game is not just red hot, because I do think when the play breaks down or he's rushed, he's got the ability to extend the play. I'll tell you where that'll come in really handy in talking to Sark. You'll see them do some things in the red zone with him that last year they really couldn't do with Ewers.
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
And people will say, well, they brought in Arch some in special packages to do that. But see, that's different. When you're bringing in Arch in that situation, the defense knows
what's going on,
what you're going to do. So if he's been your quarterback the whole game, and all of a sudden you do some different things in the red zone or in short yardage, it's a lot harder to defend.
Right.
Talk a little Alabama.
Yeah, go for
it. Where were you going?
John Mateer.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Before we do Alabama, I want to hear you say Roll Tide, Don.
Absolutely. Never, CeeLo. Ever.
She has said go Vols before, but
now when I saw you the other day, he wanted to know. He says, "Why were you in Davenport not waiting for me? To pay my tab the other night."
I know, right? I was trying to find you, CeeLo.
He said, I promised me he asked that.
Like,
said, I thought we were going to have a pregame chat.
Who are you talking about, Hugh?
Yeah.
Yes. He wanted to know where Dawn was
and
where I was, that we didn't have our pre-SEC Media Days chat like we did last year in Dallas.
Well, I didn't mind.
That might have ended up happening. Yeah.
You were, CeeLo.
I was searching high and low. I was riding my scooter and putting the APB out for CeeLo.
I'm like, where's my guy?
High and low for CeeLo.
You know it.
No, but John Mateer came through here yesterday, and there's a lot of talk about that guy. There are a lot of infatuated media members with him.
Well, and infatuated coaches too.
Yeah.
I was talking to Kirby. We were talking about the quarterback drop, which I know we've talked about on this show. How intriguing I think the SEC quarterback class will be this year, because you got a lot of people in different situations. Guys like Arch are getting the keys to the offense, but Mateer is somebody that Kirby Smart specifically mentioned. As a guy that could really play, and certainly he knew all about him, knowing what he'd done at Washington State, coming in with his same OC, so that package deal in to Oklahoma. He's another guy I think SEC fans probably get a chance to see him play a whole lot last year.
Right.
You're going to see a lot of him this year. And Oklahoma worked hard in the portal to surround him with good players.
Yep.
And especially with a guy like Deion Burks at receiver, if he's healthy, I think Mateer could be potentially one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league when it's all said and done.
Well, Dawn gets her wish. Zeph telling us we need to break, so we can talk Alabama next time with you. But thanks for popping up and coming by to see us.
Hey, Dawn, RTR.
CeeLo, why would you do that to me?
Look at him. The way he looked at her when he said that.
Yeah, he put the knife in and twisted.
Eagle. You know what? I'm telling Hugh on you.
All right, but before I go, you do have to be heartened by the fact that Hugh said in the same sentence, Auburn and playoff team.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
he did.
the discussion.
He did. That's true.
Oh,
Thank you for
I
that.
don't know if
Nice.
he's right, CeeLo, but here we go.
At CeeLo ESPN. There's Chris Lowe. 3HL. More next on 104.5 The Zone. I love this business idea and this business model, and that is eSpaces, eSpaces.com. My friend John Pirtle came by a couple months ago, and we talked about what was going on at eSpaces, and he would love the opportunity to let you in on what they are doing, and you can do that at eSpaces.com. John Pirtle is the president and CEO. He's a great guy. He's got great people working for him with this great idea, and basically, if you need workspace in any way, shape, or form, they've got you covered, whether it's long-term or by the day. Whatever you need to do, they can hook you up. eSpaces.com. Designed for entrepreneurs, teams, established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check them out? You can online. Also, tours available now. Check them out, eSpaces.com. 15 locations, Cool Springs and Brentwood, coming at you this July, this month. Cool Springs at Corporate Center, Brentwood at City Park. That'll give them 15 locations, one near you. eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com. 3HL presented by FergusonHome.com. Check them out, FergusonHome.com. Our coverage at SEC Media Days presented by Brian's Motorsports and Medical House Calls. Joined now by the Executive Director of the Panini America Senior Bowl, Drew Fabianich. How'd I do with the last name, Drew?
You did well.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm thrilled. And thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it more than you know.
You diving into your past, man. 18 years with the Dallas Cowboys as a scout. You've done the general manager work. You've been an assistant coach in college football. Can I start with your run at Tennessee?
Well, the run at Tennessee, I'll try to fast forward this quickly for you.
Yeah.
Larry Lacewell came down to Baylor. I was a GA there. And
Larry Lacewell with Dallas Cowboys.
Well, yes, but he was also the defense coordinator for Johnny Majors.
That's
Tennessee.
right. Yep.
So they were running the same defense. Well, he comes down there, visit with John Chavis, brings both of them down there.
Jeez.
And I skip lunch because if I have lunch, I do head bobs at 2:00 every single day. And well, I find out he did too. So he sit there and keep watching tape, and he kept asking questions. Hey, what's this 3 technique supposed to be doing here? How you playing this across the top? I just keep answering questions for him. Well, he's walking out of the door, and he goes, "What are you going to do?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, you're up as a GA, right?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Coach Staff's got me an interview at Mount Pleasant High School out in, East Texas." I said, "I'm going out there next week, all right, to interview for that." And he goes, "You want to coach defensive ends at University of Tennessee?" And I went, "What?" And he goes, "No, really." And I go, "Can I talk to my wife about that?" Right? Before he hit the other door, I said, "Coach Lacewell," I said, "Yes, I would like to do that."
Well,
Well, here's the kicker.
Yeah.
I thought I was interviewing with Johnny when he flew me in. So I'm all decked out. I mean, I'm suited up.
Yeah.
Right. Johnny walks down the hallway and Larry goes, "Coach Majors, I'd like you to meet the defensive end coach." He said, "Damn glad to have you." Just kept walking.
Just like that.
meeting you.
Went, okay. I said, I thought I was going to be interviewing. Nope.
Well, and,
Yes, you're in.
so you walk into Chris Mims and Chuck Smith and guys like that. I mean,
yeah. And put it this way. And what's funny is I had Casey Rogers.
yes.
Right, also,
Yep.
I'm just say Todd Kelly. Yeah, I had Todd Kelly too.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is Casey ended up coaching for me. And now he was the defense coordinator at Tampa Bay for the last like 6-7 years.
Right.
And he just left for Detroit.
Yep.
But he was one of my first hires. And when I got a coordinator's job at Tennessee Martin, I had him, Marion Hobby, another Tennessee tie.
Who's back at Tennessee?
Right.
Yep.
And Mike McIntyre was my secondary coach.
Wow.
Ah,
Yeah.
From Nashville.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people talk. I mean, and again, you can look
Funny
this
how
up.
This works.
I know.
This is really strange because somebody brought it up to me and nobody really knows this. There are more NFL people that have been through Tennessee Martin than there has out of John Carroll. Because John Carroll's supposedly the NFL
Yeah.
crib or whatever they want to call it, cradle. No, there's more out of Tennessee Martin than there are, because Mike Tomlin was even at Tennessee Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be surprised the names that are rolling through there and the guys that Jason Simpson's brought in that are coaching now in the NFL.
Jason's great.
I mean, it goes in different directions.
Yeah, that 1990 Tennessee team is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Dale Carter was just.
Yeah, a freak. Now, and remember,
Sure,
too,
you have stories.
well, him and Charlie Garner together. Think about that for a minute. Okay.
Chill and Chuck.
Yeah, but the one thing I think it was Dale and Carl Pickens were both AFC Rookies of the Year.
Yeah.
The next year.
Yeah.
And I was going like that's pretty big now.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you're lucky to have one, but 2 in the same year.
Well, I know you ran into her at West Virginia, among other places, but what is that GM role? Is it school to school, just different?
It is.
Yeah.
Because again, I like to say that I ran it exactly like an NFL ball club, and my pitch, wasn't like I had to really sell to Neil, but just like when I got together with Harsin, it was like I want you guys to be able to coach ball, and I'll worry about everything else.
Yeah.
Well, most of the titles that are given out now, it's really glorified high school recruiting guys, and they just want to pay them a little bit more to keep them because it's about relationships. It's about high school kids, but it's also about the roster management. It's also putting valuation on players. It's also deciding what you can spend because it isn't a salary cap. These people keep saying, "Oh, it's a salary." No, it's not. It's a budget.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't overpromise and underdeliver.
That's right. That's
the
with
biggest.
anything.
That's the biggest thing
Yep.
that I tried to do. And again, some places have more resources than other, but it does vary. And I'd be willing to bet you there's maybe 2 guys out there that probably did everything that I did, and the rest of them are like I said, glorified high school recruiting guys.
Yeah. Well, and then shoot, Andrew Luck apparently gets to pick the coach. over there.
He's got hired. Which again, it's just like the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
You know, and I got to know Oliver really well because of the West Virginia ties. And you know, we talked about that like my first probably 2 weeks in. How are you going to do this? I said, well, left tackle's going to make more than the right tackle. The receiver's going to make more than the tight end. Quarterback's going to make more than everybody. Well, guess what? That's an NFL model.
That's right.
Now you have to figure out what the budget is and then fit everybody into the budget. Because I promise you, there's some people now that I've heard that overpromised and underdelivered. And all of a sudden you see that there's 29 guys that are not playing in a bowl game. Well, that's because they didn't get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom line.
Or in the portal or gone or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disappointment.
Aaron Fabianich with us, executive director of the Panini America Senior Bowl.
Okay, so you've scout forever, you've coached forever, you're a GM. So why this role now?
Well, because it checked a lot of boxes for me and my wife. I mean, again, the greatest piece of this is I don't have to win this game.
Yeah.
I don't.
Fine.
You don't have that pressure.
You know, I don't. I mean,
sleep at night and everything.
that's right. You know, because we moved 3 times in 3 years. I mean, there's no reason for that.
Yeah.
You know, especially when I was with the Cowboys for 18, and then in coaching we moved around, but it was more, what's the better job? Well, I mean, we got family close by. We got family in St. Augustine. We're going to have family in Pensacola, soon. I mean, I love being down south. I mean, quite honestly, I'm a Southerner by proxy, and the people in Texas said I was a damn Yankee, and I was like, what? I said, what the hell's a damn Yankee? And they go, well, Yankees come to visit, damn Yankees stay.
Oh, that's good.
And I went, okay. So close to the water. Love being by the coast. Great people to work for, great staff. It wasn't broken at all. I mean, Phil Savage and Jim Nagy did a great job over the last 10, 15 years of building it to what it is now.
Yeah.
And my challenge is to be the steward of it, but to try to improve it and make it better for everybody. And I mean, really first about the players.
Yeah.
Because I want them to say, hey, this is a really pleasurable experience. And then my sales pitch back at their university for the next 2 or 3 classes, because they're going to go back in the summer. They're going to work out. They're going to talk about it, and they're going to say, hey, I really had a great time. And plus having Panini tied in with it,
that's
now their brand gets blown up, and they may get contracted by Panini. They may already be on contract with Panini before they even get there.
Wow.
Because they've got high school kids now, and they've got college guys.
Yeah.
So they want them to play in a game because it's their game now.
Right.
So
is that what the basis of it is? The relationships, and the networking, opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, wouldn't you like to have your card like snap? I mean, they did it like in
quickly.
20 minutes.
Yes.
They had them all done.
Yes. That's next level.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick here.
Okay.
Quarterback class.
Okay.
Coming up that you have your eyes on. Most impressive so far. Who do you think?
I don't want to do that yet.
Okay.
Just because, again, I don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
But I went to the Manning Academy, and there were 45 quarterbacks there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And there were probably 3 disappointing ones. Now, again, they may not have been a senior class guy.
Right.
But I was expecting more out of some, but then I was surprised by some also.
Yeah.
But again, I've looked at all of them, and I just put it this way: if I say 3 of them, the other 10 that may end up in my game are going to be offended.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You see where I'm going?
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, and again, I'm biased to one of them that's at LSU because I was with his dad.
Oh,
Cowboys.
Right.
That's
And
great.
I've known him.
We
I've
met
known
him last year. He's great.
Yeah.
And I've known him
Great
since
kid.
he was 15 years old.
Yeah, he's a great kid.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and again,
Garrett Nussmeier, he's on.
yeah. And put it this way, I posted 3 quarterbacks from the Manning Academy that I got to visit with. Well, I probably offended 4 or 5 others, right?
Yeah.
And I said just a few of the upcoming quarterback. I didn't say the best or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I can ask you specifically about like a Lenora Sellers.
Love
You
Sellers.
can tell me what you see on film of him, right?
Love Sellers. Yeah. And I actually kind of let it out. And I'm putting it out now. My comparison is Donovan McNabb.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's tough.
Body, same
Body type,
Yeah.
guy,
athletic
Yeah.
ability,
hoops,
you know,
Fast.
yeah.
easy stroke. I mean, he
Yeah.
throws it easy. I mean, it
Yeah.
comes out of his hand nice.
Yep.
I mean, Donovan McNabb is underrated as far as a passer,
Definitely.
Yeah.
you know, and he was a really good passer. But again, at Syracuse, he was running freeze option,
Mm-hmm.
so you never got to see him throw until he came, you know, and
To the
played Super Bowl.
NFL.
Yeah.
Drew Fabianich,
Senior Bowl, yeah.
Executive Director of the Panini America Senior Bowl. Can't wait to talk to you further as we get going through this process.
You guys feel free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do it. More 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
Good evening. It's 5:02. I'm Joseph Milano, live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. In NFL news today, the Steelers star T.J. Watt has become the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history for the second time in his career, reaching agreement with Pittsburgh on a 3-year, $123 million extension that includes $108 million fully guaranteed at signing, and the $41 million per year average is the highest of any non-quarterback in NFL history. In NBA news, free agent star guard Damian Lillard is finalizing a 3-year, $42 million deal to return to Portland, where he spent the first 11 seasons of his career. For our Foundation Repair and Waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay, presented by Ferguson Home, FergusonHome.com. Happy Thursday. Appreciate you guys tuning in to our coverage at SEC Media Days, presented by Brian's Motorsports and Medical House Calls. The legend Tony Barnhart joins us now. You can get him on Twitter at Mr. CFB. Mr. College Football, that was a good little moniker you stumbled into there on Twitter.
Well, I can't take any credit for it whatsoever.
None of it?
Back in the early 80s, there was no internet. There was no website. The AJC was building their website.
Yeah.
And they came to me and says, well, Tony, we're building this website. We want you to do a blog. I said, man, that's great. What's a blog? And they explained to me.
What's a website?
Yeah, exactly. And I said, well, okay, so you want me to write something to get people arguing amongst themselves on the internet? I said, that's it. Exactly. I said, I can do that. I can do that. He said, oh, by the way, we're going to give it a title. We're going to call it Mr. College Football. I said, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That is so cheesy. And they said, yeah, but cheesy works on the internet.
Yeah, it does.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the name stuck, and I'm not giving it back.
Columnist for TMG College Sports, does radio with Doug Matthews weekends on 104.5.
Congratulations to our man, Doug Matthews, Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame.
He's going in with Ron Slay on Saturday.
That is strong.
Tag teaming.
That is strong.
That is going to be a fun day. Isn't it amazing? Like, do you stop and think about how much college football has changed since when you got in and
sure
to now?
When I got in the business, we didn't have computers. We had to go on the road, write a story. I went on the road with a portable, a JCPenney portable typewriter that my wife bought me. Was orange. No, I don't know why it happened.
You covered Georgia football.
But the way you sent us, I would cover events on the road, and we had a machine that was called a telecopier, which is a precursor to the fax machine before there was and you write a page, you rip it out, you put it in the machine, you send it back.
Wow.
And they said, man, you can get an entire page back to the office in only 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's forever now. So yeah, we've gone from that to now. If you got in a bind, you could send your story back to the office. I'm holding up a cell phone here. And that's how it's changed. And oh, by the way, there's a lot more money in it.
What was your first year? What year did you get started?
I graduated from the University of Georgia on June 10th, 1976.
Okay.
I started my first job the very next day in a little town called Union, South Carolina, near Spartanburg, and started there. And I've been working ever since.
So that 1980 Georgia team, like how special was that going through it in the moment? Covering that team, Herschel Walker
well, what's ironic about that is that at the time I was working in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I worked in North Carolina from 78 to 84.
Okay.
But obviously I was following that Georgia team. Yeah. I tried to talk my boss in North Carolina, don't you really need to send me to that game? There's a lot of Georgia fans here in our market in Greensboro, North Carolina, so they didn't buy it. So I attended a party. My buddy went to Ohio State, so we had a first annual Buckeyes and Bulldogs party at his house, which was and it was an incredible day, obviously. Lot of emotion that day.
Well, what's interesting about that to me is and we go through this with Tennessee, and everybody, diving in and still digging into that 1998 national championship. And for Georgia for so long until Kirby, I mean, everybody like that was a romantic thing, that 1980 team for that fan base.
Well, it really was.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had a superstar player, but that was what was interesting about that season is going into that season, they knew they had a really good team, except they needed a quality running back. And they weren't sure. People don't know this. They weren't sure about Herschel Walker when he got to campus. I mean, he was a heralded recruit, but the practice stuff we were getting back from practice man, guy looked kind of stiff to us. And Coach Dooley Vince Dooley thought he may have had just no stiff fullback. And then they put him in the game against the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Bill Bates ran into him.
Yeah, Bill Bates got
Or
to know him
vice versa.
very well. So, but that was the kind of team that was. They didn't blow out a lot of people, but they found a way to win games. Florida, Jacksonville, it comes to mind.
My God, I broke my chair.
Tight game with South Carolina when they had George Rogers in Athens, and it was fun. That whole stretch that began a 4-year stretch. What was Dooley's best stretch, 43 wins in 4 years, 3 SEC championships and a national championship.
I can't believe Kirby's been there 10 years now.
We were just talking about that
yesterday.
yesterday.
I covered him as a freshman at the University of Georgia.
Oh my God.
And saw him play some in high school. And so he's done an incredible job. I mean, think about that. Mark Richt, who I deeply respect. Mark Richt averaged 10 wins a year for 15 years in the Southeastern Conference.
Still got fired.
But they looked at the situation and said, Mark Richt's a great coach. We love him to death. But if we're going to get where we want to go, we're going to take it up a notch. And that's what they did with Kirby Smart.
Did you know kind of from the get-go that Kirby would be good at this?
Yes. He grew up in the family business. His dad, Sonny, is one of the great high school coaches in the history of high school football in the state of Georgia. And oh, by the way, he did an 11-year apprenticeship under a coach who I thought was pretty good. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. And it's like anything else. As long as you continue to recruit at a very high level, you're going to be there.
Especially now.
Absolutely.
And as long as you have the
Sure.
money to be able to pay NIL and do all that, right? So you mentioned that apprenticeship. I don't know if you saw the reports out that Nick Saban's going to.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I want to quote Mark Twain, who once said, "The rumors of my demise are greatly exaggerated."
You're not buying into that?
I'm not buying into it at all. Well, I went to go see Coach Saban. When was that? May 19th for this book I'm working on. I went to go see him and spend a lot of time with him, and I found a guy who was really happy with the decision he made.
Yep.
That he had timed it out just right, and was having a blast on ESPN. And oh, by the way, has a nice little consulting job at the University of Alabama. Only pays him $500,000 a year, so he's good.
rough, man.
I don't know.
Gating back.
Well, I do feel this. I don't think if he got back into coaches, it would not be at the rat race level.
Right.
You want to. That's because you want to coach, but he seemed to be very happy when I saw him.
Tony Barnhart with us on 3HL.
When you look at the SEC around it, who is a team that kind of sticks out that may take that step back? Because creme de la creme at the top, you expect to be Texas, Alabama trying to fight back up, Georgia, so forth and so on. But who's that team that may take a step back, you think, this year?
Well, I think Kentucky and Arkansas are the two teams you really got to watch for. You can't. You can't go 4-8. I love Sam Pittman to death. My wife loves Sam Pittman. Okay, she met Sam Pittman down in Destin, and she just loves the guy.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, but you can't go 4-8.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't. Now they did a great job. Our man Bobby Petrino, our dear friend Bobby Petrino, had a tremendous year with Taylor Green, and so they got to get that turned around. But Kentucky and Arkansas are the two teams I'm kind of wondering about. Yeah.
What about Auburn? What about my Auburn boys?
I think Auburn's going to take a nice step up.
See.
Well,
you think that's a better fit for Jackson Arnold than Oklahoma?
Yeah. I think he's going to do fine. Obviously, Hugh Freeze has a great track record of working with quarterbacks. Look, he won't tell you this out loud, but the fact of the matter is he inherited an absolute mess from a roster standpoint when he got there. I had people who are a lot smarter than me says he's got a minimum 3-year building job, probably 4-year building job. because they just didn't have the roster.
People forget about that.
I'm not real smart, but I have learned this in doing it 50 years. The team with the best players usually wins. Okay. And
You're behind in the SEC, it's hard.
right. And they just got below average play. Now, this is just me talking at quarterback. And you can't even be average anymore.
Yeah.
At the quarterback. Used to be you could get by, you could run the ball and play defense and do a little special teams and you'd win 24-20.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore.
Nope.
You got to score at least 30, 35 to win. And that's how the game's changed. So.
Tony Barnhart with us. So how close are you to finishing the book?
Oh, no, I'm just getting started, Coach.
Oh,
I'm just this whole season is dedicated. It's one long memory tour. I'm going to get to as many campuses as I can.
Oh, that's
now I've sketched the book. Basically, it's 17 essays, 16 essays on the 16 teams and my memories of covering these teams. And there's one chapter of the boys. There's a group of guys that's been traveling with me for 40 years, going to Georgia-Florida game and select playoff games. And we're very, very close. We lost one of our boys in 2023. So every year we go to Jacksonville to toast to his memory and sit around and go to our favorite restaurants and tell lies about our misspent youth. So there'll be a chapter in the book for that. But I'm gathering more memories. And then after this season is over, then I'm going to jump in with both feet and finish the manuscript. And UGA Press did my last book, and they got excited about the project, and so hope to get them the manuscript in close to fall of next year, and hope to get it out by the end of next year.
Well, we look forward to it. Always great to visit with you, Tony. Tony Barnhart, Mr. College Football at MRCFB on X. That's radio with Doug Matthews on our station on the weekends.
Absolutely.
Great to see you, man.
All right, guys. Good to see you. Take care.
There's Tony Barnhart. When we come back, Matt Hayes will join us, talk a little Jacksonville Jaguar football and SEC football. That's next, 3HL on 104.5 The Zone.
I tell you what, after this work trip, boys, I think we need some wellness IVs, don't you? It has been a busy week in Atlanta at SEC Media Days, so when we get back, I'm going to call Medical House Calls, because here's the deal. They have IVs for wellness, and they come to you at your home to take care of you. On top of it, let's say you have a cold, your throat is sore, you're sick, and you don't want to have to go actually to the doctor or fight to get an appointment that they don't have for another week. Well, guess what? Medical House Calls, 7 days a week, comes to you. Same day appointments available. Next day is guaranteed. And you call them, you text them, they assess what you need. A doctor comes to your house, and then boom, the doctor delivers the care that you need. They can even give you prescription medicine, so you don't even have to go to the pharmacy. Medical House Calls is amazing. It's totally worth it. Give them a call if you need them. Urgent care, IV therapy, primary health care, 615-838-2375, or easy to find out when they have an appointment available online, medicalhousecalls.com. Healthcare designed for your life.
Change is always happening. Hey, it's part of life. And my friends at Xfinity can help you out when it comes to music changes all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. But no matter how things change in 5 years, there is one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing a 5-year price guarantee. It means you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with their best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Well, life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees are extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking. I lost 70 pounds and my friend lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months.
Wow, what are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking, guaranteed for only $49.99.
Welcome back in 3HL 1045 The Zone. Happy Thursday to you. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The F&M Bank Chat is open. Our coverage of SEC Media Days 2025 presented by Brian's Motorsports and Medical House Calls. We certainly appreciate those guys, and we appreciate this guy. Matt Hayes joins us now from 1010XL in Jacksonville. Matt, what's up? How are you, man?
Wait, why Twitch? What's the reason for Twitch?
Rhymes with one of my other favorite words.
Itch?
Yes, Matt. Yes.
Itch? I don't know. At Matt Hayes, CFB on Twitter, senior national college football writer for USA Today Sports Network, and again, radio host for 1010XL in Jacksonville. Let's start there, Jaguars. So where is Jacksonville this offseason, do you think, in the pecking order of the AFC South?
I mean, the whole AFC South is kind of unsettled is the best way to say it.
Unsettled's a good word. Yeah.
I mean, the Texans clearly have the advantage, I think, on the other three teams. But I think if things go right for any of those four teams, who knows who could win that division? That's how bad that division is. I mean, so I think it's funny to me how there's such high hopes in Jacksonville, and I understand it because the franchise has been so bad for so long, and now they've come in with this new young guy. We're calling him the young guns.
Yeah.
Young coach, young general manager.
Yeah.
Tony Baselli's involved now. And the idea is that, it's a completely different set now. These guys see things differently. It's going to be more like the Rams, for lack of a better way of looking at it, because that's where those guys came from. And I think they're excited, but at the end of the day, they're not that much different personnel-wise from last year.
Yeah.
And they won 4 games last year.
Yeah.
And, you could say, well, they didn't have Trevor Lawrence for 7 games. That's fine. They probably would have won 6 games, 7 games with Trevor Lawrence. So you're still at that point. So let's say you're at 6 or 7 wins. Does Travis Hunter get you to 8 or 9 wins, get you to 9 and possibly win in the division? I don't know. There's a lot of hope right now in that city. I'll tell you that, which in the previous last year and a half, there wasn't, because the last year and a half was just god awful football.
So where are we with Trevor Lawrence? Has he reached his ceiling?
It's a great question.
Or can he push through another level?
So I'm going to give you the two sides of it. Okay.
Yeah.
The making excuses side of it is he had, I don't know what you call the first year, the guy who thought he could coach in the NFL, and quickly, if we all figured out he couldn't coach in the NFL under Urban Meyer. Okay.
Do you enjoy that from a media perspective?
It was awesome.
Urban Meyer?
It was fantastic. It was just
Was he very giving to you guys as a
glorious meltdown? Okay, is what it was. So then you go to year 2, and Doug Peterson comes in, and I thought it was very interesting. A very early tell of when he first got there, he made a point to say the players needed to heal. I swear to God, he said that.
Wow.
The players needed to heal from the last staff. Yeah, heal. Grown men,
mentally, physically.
Grown men getting paid need to heal. Okay, so they got hot. Trevor got hot.
Yeah.
They go 9-8. They get in the playoffs. They win a playoff game. They go to Kansas City. They fumble at the 5 when they get ready to go in and make it a 1-possession game, and they had momentum. And so everybody's thinking huge things for Trevor, for the team. They start out 8-3, which was the biggest fool's gold ever the next year. They were not an 8-3 team. They got hammered by the Niners at home. They got hammered by the Texans at home. They got hammered by the Ravens, and then they just tanked that season. Yeah. And everybody was like, "What is going on?" And then last year, so I think it's the making excuses side for Trevor is, well, he had a terrible coach first year. Second year, the coach was a guy who philosophically just didn't fit, but did enough to get them hot. They all got hot in the end of that first season.
Yeah.
Gave up in the second year. He and they went 9-8. He and Press Taylor, the OC, no one knew who was calling plays. Third year, done. So now everybody's saying, okay, he really hasn't been coached by a legit coach. So now here comes Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and everybody's saying, well, look what Liam Cohen did for Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
Baker Mayfield had been 5 years into his career.
Yeah.
So this is year 5 for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, at some point you got to play. I don't care who your coach is. At some point you got to play to the level of what you can play at. So this, to me, is a crossroads year for him. If he doesn't play well this year, if they go 5-12, or if they go 6-11, and he has 25 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, he's not what you think he is. And you could say you can't move on from him because you owe him so much money. You can do whatever you want in the NFL right now. I can tell you what you can't do. You can't keep banging your head against the wall with the same guy. So this is a big year with him. He has got to play well this year.
That's an interesting point. Matt Hayes with us from 1010XL in Jacksonville.
So where is the fan base on?
I think they're
Trevor?
split.
Split 50-50. Yeah.
I mean, we're like you guys. We have a text line. There are people that just defend him to the tilt, and there are people that say the guy's a bum. He's shown what he is in 4 years. Why do you guys keep making excuses for him? And they're definitely split. There's no doubt about it. They're split. And I'll tell you what, if your 5 rolls around and they go 5-12, they will no longer be split. They'll all be he's got to go.
Obviously, bring in a weapon for him. Maybe, I don't know. What are they going to do with Travis Hunter on both sides of the ball?
He's definitely going to be an offense guy. There's no doubt about it. I think it's going to be. My guess would be he's going to be a starter on offense. He's going to play probably 15 to 17 to 20 plays on defense. He's going to be it's 3rd and 6. We've got to get off the field guy. Or we get in the red zone. He's got to be on the field guy on defense. I think he's going to be a big play guy, a big situational guy, and a red zone guy on defense.
Okay.
That's what their hope is. Their hope is he's a wide receiver who can elevate the rest of the passing game and give them another threat. Because if you have a guy that runs like he can, that has a dynamic ability like he has, on the other side of Brian Thomas Jr., who is developing into one of the best receivers in the league, despite having Mac Jones throwing him the ball for 7 games. Number one. And number two, he didn't get 10 targets, okay? They did not target him 10 times in a game until the 11th week of the season. 11th.
Wow.
Why?
He had what's the number? I think I just read this yesterday. He had 9 targets in the first quarter last year. 9.
It was a surprise. It was a surprise guess for everybody.
He might be like, if you're looking at Brian Thomas, you could say, legitimately, he could be a top 13, 14 receiver in the league.
Yes.
9 targets in the first quarter.
Sheesh. Maybe
so just in case you guys think,
surprise everybody the second half of the year.
In case you guys think like it didn't work out last year with that coaching staff with the Titans, let me welcome you into dysfunction, okay?
Show you what it looks like.
They waited 11 weeks to give him double-digit targets.
Yeah.
11 weeks.
Yeah.
So the backfield need to remain healthy. It's ETN the guy. I'm Tank Biggs the guy. Where are you all leaning?
I don't know if either one of them are any good.
Yeah.
They're just guys, both of them, I think. I think they're both just guys.
Play connected with Tank.
Yeah,
I love Tank in college. Etienne's one of my favorite college players of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. But I think they're just both guys in the NFL. I think Etienne's got some breakaway speed.
Yeah.
He's got a chance that when you get him to the second level, he's got a chance to have a big play. Tank still has issues holding on to the ball. Tank is not really a breakaway guy. They like Bashal Tootin, the kid from Virginia Tech that they draft. He's like a 4th rounder. He can run, but I mean, there's not that much difference. I see their backfield and I see them as just like, you remember what the Rams were? The Rams just had a bunch of guys that they just like ran.
Yeah.
And they hoped they could end up getting like about 120, 130 yards from 3 guys and maybe a touchdown here or there, and just enough to have a little threat so Stafford can do his business in the pass game. And I think that's what they're hoping for right now.
If Trevor can do his business.
Right. And if Travis Hunter becomes a legit, here's another thing with Travis Hunter too, is he's not a polished receiver. He's
right.
Not.
No, that's true.
He's got a couple years to go before he really starts to be a legit receiver.
He's athletic though, man.
Oh my God. You should see him. Oh my gosh. Even in the OTAs and the mini camp, I mean, you can clearly see that he's the real deal.
Yeah.
He's got that explosion out of cuts, even in coverage. He's got that ability to high point in coverage and knock balls down. He's the real deal. There's no doubt about it.
How has he been with you guys, media, all of that? Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's
smart kid.
You know the story you heard about when he was on the plane and he gave up his first class seat for an older lady. That's kind of what he is, man. He's just a normal dude that just wants to play ball. And I hope they don't. We always talk about this on our show. Okay, we always talk about the funk the Jags funk. and the hope is the funk doesn't rub off on him, because that's the joke is
we might steal that.
We're going to steal that.
Did the Jags funk rub off on Trevor? Because we're like, how is this possible that Trevor Lawrence is this cat? We all saw him in college. We all saw what he was. I mean, how is it possible?
Yeah, Matt Hayes from 1010XL in Jacksonville talking a little NFL football here at SEC Media
Days. What are we doing, man?
No, I mean, we've got so many college football people walking around, and the Titans fan base needs to hear some Titans talk, some AFC South talk, and it's interesting when you think about the quarterback situation when CJ Stroud in Houston, Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. What is Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis?
Oh, my gosh.
Pulls himself out of a game.
The backup is what he is.
Yeah.
I mean, Jones is going to be a starter.
Yes.
No, he is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You knew that about him, right? Like, we used to talk about, like, y'all can, during the draft process for Anthony Richardson, y'all can put a tape out on him, and it looks spectacular. But we watch SEC football down here, and we know they cut the field in half. We know he still missed primary targets, even though it was a zero read play. And that just kind of was what he was, and that is what he is, right? Like, I mean, you're in Jacksonville, you cover Florida. Like,
I can tell you this.
You knew what he was.
The one play that I will never forget about Anthony Richardson was they're playing Florida State. So this was Billy Napier's first year. They're playing Florida State in Tallahassee, and they're driving and they get potential game-winning drive, and it's 4th down in like 7 or 8. And they run a 3 verts package, and they bleed the tight end out into the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State takes everybody deep, okay? So this tight end, Odom, is standing at the sideline. No one is around him, okay? He throws the ball, and it goes like 10 feet over his head. And Odom just looks up and like didn't even jump. And you could just see a look on his face like, you got to be kidding me. And there was like 40 seconds to go. Like he connects that pass. They got a first down at like inside the 20, and you got a chance to win the game on a road against a Florida State team that was unbeaten that year, right?
That year, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
So you're not surprised by the lack of success?
Wait, was that
consistency?
beaten that year? They weren't beaten that year, right?
I think so.
Or was that the second? I don't know. Anyway, it was a it was a non.
It was before FSU was a.
It was a non-2-10 FSU team. Okay.
Correct.
Right, and it was with Jordan Travis.
Yes.
Because he was going back and forth with Jordan. They were undefeated that game. But the point is, you have to see that stuff. Like if you're a personnel guy in the NFL, you have to see him against Vanderbilt on the road when they lose that game. They're at the 30 of Andy, and he's got to throw a ball in the end zone in the last play of the game for a jump ball. And he throws it out of the stadium.
So that arm pilot.
That stuff you got to see.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, well, we can take him." Look, every coach thinks they can fix every quarterback.
That's right.
Okay,
The ego level.
Yes, and I guarantee you that Liam Cohen thinks he can fix Trevor Lawrence. Let's see if he can.
I love it. Matt Hayes with us on 3HL.
So can I veer to talk about Florida just a little bit, just because we're talking quarterbacks?
Yep.
Lagway. I mean, there's Heisman talk. There's everything. I mean, what do you think?
I think he's got. I mean, we watched him last year when he finally got into the game. When they finally realized, okay, yeah, this is the guy.
Why did that take so long?
Because Mertz got hurt. Think about that. Had Mertz not gotten hurt,
against
you never saw him last year.
That's right.
You just saw him like here and there, but you never would have saw where like last year against LSU and against Ole Miss, we're like, holy crap, this kid can play.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the throws he was making and how he's adjusting his arm angle and how the delivery, and you're just like, whoa. I'll tell you this, had he not gotten hurt against Georgia, they'd have won that game. And then it would have been a lot bigger deal this year with DJ Lagway and where Florida is and where Florida could be headed. And the offseason, if his shoulder discomfort is what they called it, would have been a lot bigger too. A lot bigger story.
So if I could give you one quarterback, would you take Arch Manning, DJ Lagway, or Lenore Sellers?
Wow. I think ceiling wise, they're all three just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lenore's, golly.
How impressive was that kid, man? From where he was to where he ended up.
You guys talked to him this week?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a great dude.
Big
I still, yeah, he is. I still have questions about his accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
That he's worked on it this offseason. That's one of the things he's worked on is he's got to get the accuracy level up in the high 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I have questions about that. Arch is just, I mean, we've seen him in 2 games against 2 teams that don't mean anything.
See, this is where I'm seeing him from.
And then I will say this: we also saw him against Georgia, and he looked like a deer in the headlights. But to be fair to him, So did Quinn Ewers in that
Mhm.
game. And that was Georgia. And that's a difficult lift for anyone, especially if he redshirted his first year, came in the second. That was what, week 5 or 6, something like that.
Mhm.
So he may have had he had those 2 games and then right.
nothing. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I you can't hold that against him, but certainly I don't see how you can have some kind of pause and think, all right, he may not be this great Heisman candidate, this great Heisman. Like, he's the favorite now. He's the favorite to win the Heisman.
Is this the Feinbaum effect or something?
I don't know what it is, but my point is, like, there's still got to wonder about that. I don't know who I would pick. It's a great question. If you're pinning me down, I would probably say Sellers, just because he's probably. I don't know. I think I might probably take Manning because he's in a better situation than Sark. Because I don't know about the coach at Florida, and I don't know about the OC at South Carolina. So
Right.
We'll see.
What are people?
I mean, it's Mike Shula.
I know.
Nice guy, but track record, not so
Not
good.
great. Not great. Where are people on Napier now? Because, God, it's up and down. Get rid of him. He's gone. And then they win. And now it's like, oh, wait, there's a Heisman thing. And they're.
They're just like you right there.
I mean, bah.
They're literally just like that. They don't know, man. They don't know. I think if they go down to Miami and lose that game, they're going to be people saying fire him. I mean, that's the situation he's in right now. They have to win on the road at Miami, or people will say he just can't get it done. And Miami's got a good team. So
yeah,
Carson Beck's healthy. They're going to be tough to beat.
So what would surprise you from a Florida season perspective? We're performing. What do you think
they're
about that?
they're one of those boomer bust teams in the SEC.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am with them.
You got Oklahoma, you got Florida, you got I would throw Texas A&M in there. You've got teams. I would put Tennessee in there if Nico was still there. But you've got teams that you could see could be 6-6, or they could be 10-2, and they could be college football playoff teams. There's like a group of like 5 or 6, I think, boomer bust teams in the SEC. I love Oklahoma, by the way.
You do,
really?
I think.
So you're a Mateer guy.
Yeah, I am a Mateer guy, and I'm an Arbuckle guy, and I think they're going to be really, really difficult to beat because defensively, they'll be as good as anyone in the SEC.
They fixed that O-line.
The help.
Well, they'll all be healthy now.
Yeah.
And they got 3 impact transfers on the O-line. So, yeah, I mean, if they can stay away from the injuries that they had last year, yeah, I mean, Mateer's a real deal, man. He's a real deal.
What about Texas A&M with Marcel Reed?
Love Marcel Reed.
Yeah,
Love
Nashville
him.
guy.
Yeah. Just a tough kid.
Was that the LSU game that he came in last year? Was that LSU?
Yeah.
Where they scored like 5 straight touchdowns?
Yeah.
To completely change the game? Yeah.
He's the funny thing is Elko's been talking. He was talking in the spring at the SEC spring meetings about how not only is it's they're loaded, they got people coming back. This is the best team he's been around. They're really excited about this. He's talking big, like this is like a big time for Texas A&M, and we all know what the history of Texas 8-5 is, right? That's what they are. At the end of the season, they're always 8-5. And I don't know where they stand. I can tell you this: I like Mike Elko. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
But he's got a heavy lift there, turning around that program that's got a history of just not winning in big games when it matters most. Unless, of course, you've got a legit difference maker in Johnny Manziel.
Matt Hayes, senior national college football writer for USA Today Sports Network, also radio host, 1010XL in Jacksonville.
I was surprised Marcel wasn't here, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we had 11 quarterbacks here for SEC Media Days. We had him on last week, though.
He's like Lenore Sellers, like minus 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're very similar. Their games are very similar.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people don't make more about him or talk more about him.
Whose job is easier to be saved if you're them, Sam Pittman or Stoops?
As Matt Hayes shakes his head.
We're digging in the bottom of the SEC barrel right now.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Mark because he's done so much good work there at Kentucky
Right.
with so little.
Yeah.
But they put a lot of money in that program, and they've given him a lot of money, and I'm sure he knows that. So he's got to win. He knows that. Sam has known he's had to win now for a year now. There's not a better guy than Sam Pittman by the way.
At all.
Not
At all.
better
We
guy.
asked him last year about all the talk, about his job, and he's like, "Oh hell, I don't care."
Right.
That was his quote.
Right. Hey, and that's I mean, I think probably Arkansas has a better chance because Sam has Bob Petrino with him.
That's right.
And he's got a good quarterback in Taylor Green.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Kentucky has, man. Kentucky's now. This is now their
You got
third or fourth straight year with a first year transfer quarterback. You can't have that, man. You just can't.
Well, when you lose your best friend and associate head coach to your
Right,
rival
your
for
rival.
less money,
Right.
and lesser job title.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say Pittman.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, both of them could also collapse.
Yeah.
You got that 30 mil Stoops buyout though. Could save
Is it
him.
30?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that high.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. So I was digging
Wait,
trying to
30?
find it.
30.
So I thought I
God
found
love
where
Jimmy
it was
Sexton,
like,
man. I'll tell you.
right? Guy, he's just
He is
so
awesome.
legit. I saw 4 million somewhere and then it goes down like 500,000 every year. But then there was another article that said 30. And so we were talking to
was like-
KSR people, Kentucky Sports Radio, which I trust that they would know the correct answer.
They must be beside
Right?
themselves, right?
30.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe it's gone down. It might be like
Because she
29.
brought that up, and I was like,
something.
"There's no way that's right."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, sure enough. I mean,
Well, you know
how
what?
about that?
It's time to go down to some of them stables and get some of those men to pony up a little of that money, huh?
yeah, no doubt.
Definitely true. Matt Hayes with us on 3HL.
Just on the way out here, we can't not talk about LSU. So we watched the Any Given Saturday preview a couple days ago down here. The first episode is, it's Beamer and Brian Kelly. And
Right.
I'm like, I looked at the boys and I was like, I wouldn't want to play for Brian Kelly. Like, I feel like he's just so disingenuous and I don't know.
See, I like BK.
You
I do.
You do?
Oh, no,
No,
like
my-
separate. I've worked an LSU game when he's been there, and I liked him. I enjoyed coaches' meetings, all that. I liked him, but just watching that and watching, like, how does he connect with the players?
I think he connects because he tells them the ugly truth. And Slade knows this. Much rather have a coach that tells you you suck than a coach. Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, don't
right?
sugarcoat it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he's
Yeah.
like that. And I think look, he's always been like that.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever changed.
Does he need to make
He's-
the playoff,
I'll
though?
tell you what, he's fired up about this team, man.
Is he?
I've
fired
never
up
heard him
about
this
this team.
confident.
Never.
He got some talent.
Never. And I don't think he's whistling through the graveyard either. He really thinks that they are legit.
Mhm.
I mean, he's got the kid from Florida, Pyron, at one end, who's I think it's a nice addition. The kid from Florida State, Peyton, who if he can get him to play, like that cat, when he's motivated and ready to go, he's as good as edge as anyone in the country. But he takes quarters off. At least he did at Florida State. So
Does that happen?
I don't know, but the point is, he gets both those guys playing, they're going to be dangerous. They will be dangerous on defense, which is what they haven't been in 3 years now.
Yep.
Barry
Yeah,
Brown,
fucking
too.
Barry and Brown, yeah, definitely. Woo.
Van Brown's
Best
legit.
athlete out there.
Legit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another.
Think about that.
Nashville kid.
Think about that. Stoops didn't make it work with Barry and Brown and Dane West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Dane, it was Dane Key.
It's key.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
Key.
Those two
Just
guys.
get them the
those
ball
two
anywhere.
legit wide receivers. Yeah. Well, he didn't have a quarterback, and that's
That's
hard.
true. That's true.
And we go back.
Titans would know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
So are Jags fans in Jacksonville just shaking in their boots about Cam Ward?
The funny thing is, I don't think they're shaking their boots about anything. There's so much like positivity there right now.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. And I
Good
kind
show. We're having fun with that.
you know Joe, my co-host, Joe
Joe
Coward.
Coward.
Joe is, we always call him July Joe because he's so fired up about it. And he's,
July Joe.
and he's there again, man. He's there again.
I love it.
He's at like 11 wins. And I'm like, bro, this is a 4-win team. There's not much different from last year.
I love Joe.
And he's just sold on the idea that coaches will change things, and it can happen. There's no doubt. You guys know the NFL, man.
Yeah.
It can happen on a dime,
That's
man.
right.
So it can. But I would rather be I want to see it first guy than I'm gonna say 11. 11 wins is a lot of wins in the league, man. That's a lot.
Me and Joe have a lot going
Yeah, you do.
together.
Are you the same way with the Titans?
Oh, always. July Brett. July
And you're
Brett.
the only one that brings him back to the earth, right?
Yeah. Although last year I got duped by Levis.
Yeah, he
Jerk.
tricked us. A lot of trickery.
Jerk.
Hey, Liam Cohen got something out of Will Levis. That's
Yeah, he
true.
did.
I know, which is exactly why I was like, he can do it. He's built for the NFL.
Matty.
It's a mental case.
Hayes, good to see you, brother. Thank you.
Man, thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
At
Thank
Matt
you.
Hayes, CFB. Appreciate you more. 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
All right, we made the trek from Nashville to Atlanta for the SEC Media Days. And, of course, you know, that stretch there, a lot of accidents on the interstate. And, you know, life can change in an instant. A car wreck can throw everything off. That's your job, your bills, your peace of mind. And that is when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure that insurance companies pay up. No upfront cost, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. They've been serving the people in Nashville for years. You know you can trust them. So if you have been injured, don't wait. Call Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000. They are here 24/7. They're ready to fight for you. Give our friend Blair a call at Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000.
Man, a fun week here at SEC Media Days. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Hope you've had an enjoyable time consuming some of these conversations. And if you've missed anything, get bored over the weekend, download the 3HL podcast and rate, review, subscribe, all those things, and you'll be able to hear any and all of the conversations that we've had this week. It's been a fun day today with Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, and Texas A&M coming through, and Babs' drink kind of stole the show. Like last day, gets on the podium, and he has all the sound bites.
Are we surprised?
No.
Let's see. What all did Drink say? Well, first he came up and said thanks to the 14 of you that actually stayed for today to listen. And he's not wrong. It's pretty empty here today. I'm not gonna lie.
And I just got back from Disney. You guys look like Disney people. Like you're tired. You're
ready to go.
You're upset.
You want to go home.
You want to go home.
Yeah. And then he proceeded to say, "I'm not going to answer any questions about the Epstein files."
That was good.
Yep, he did.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Wondering how I was going to phrase that question to him.
Right? Y'all, I'm sorry. I freaking love Drink.
Yeah,
you guys know I do. I'm like, he is.
They're talking about him.
He's gangsta. He's all the things. And then at some point during his Q&A session, he lobbied for a 30-team college football playoff. He said, now we're talking about an opportunity for 30 teams, 30 fan bases to be excited and engaged. 30. You remember when Leach wanted like 64, like the basketball tournament? Yeah. It was one of his filibusters, I think, that was like 15 minutes long. Yes. And he was like, "Oh yeah, it should be 64." Yeah. Well, Drink legit was like, "It should be 30."
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of stood out.
They'd be in it. They'd probably be in it every single year if it was 30.
Absolutely would. Like, but let's get better.
No doubt.
Lots of storylines will come from this week that'll continue through. The Tennessee contingent was full of things.
Yep.
That we will be talking about for a long time. 3HL bingo card. The executive director of the Panini America Senior Bowl, Drew Fabianich, he said when he was in Dallas, they kept calling him a damn Yankee. And he was like, "What's a damn Yankee?" And they said, "Well, Yankees come to visit, damn Yankees stay."
And that's what he did.
And he's been there ever since.
David Cutcliffe, we asked him about Peyton Manning, the recruitment of Peyton Manning, and he goes, "Ultimately, it was meant to be." Is a great quote there. Yep. Your boy Chris Doering played wide receiver at Florida and in the NFL, now with the SEC Network. Talking about Peyton Manning, he said he made a lot of white receivers look good, Slay.
Yeah.
So fun week here at SEC Media Days. What stood out?
I forgot what Chris Doering, just speaking on him real quick, I forgot what his wide receiver room looked like back in the day.
Riedel Anthony.
Man, Jacquez Green. Yep. Like, golly, they were loaded, man. What stuck out to me? Let's see. Who looked the most relaxed and comfortable? I think I still go back with Clark Lee right now. Clark Lee was the most relaxed
he was
and
great.
Confident.
He was
you know
great.
what I mean?
Yep.
To me, coming through, that'll be one. As far as players go, I'm trying to think that anybody win me over and have me ready to watch them play and take them steps. I would have to go with probably Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter
Yeah.
was real impressive. Knowing being banged up last year, having to play early on, being in the I was gonna say the backfield, but in the linebacker room with Peely, Kenan Peely, what he learned from him. I expect him.
Peely, aka 30 years old.
Yeah, absolutely. A grown man with a family.
Diego Pavia on 3HL.
Pavia
dropped an F-bomb and 2 S-bombs.
Yeah.
During our conversation with him. I loved him. I loved Mississippi State's wide receiver, Brendan Thompson.
BT.
I actually loved all the Mississippi State players. I thought they were really impressive. And I wonder if they're going to be better this year. I know it's hard, but I wonder if they're going to be better this year.
They make you wonder. And knowing
another year for
Levy was
Shapen?
another guy that was walking around that was kind of confident.
Yeah, but that's him, right?
But that's what you need. You need to transfer that energy.
We'll kind of reset all this when we do the show tomorrow. Friday edition coming up. We really appreciate you. Greg Cosell will join us tomorrow. Also, Big Savagery, I think.
We'll see. We got to get him in.
We'll check him out. Phil Steele.
Yes.
College football preview and more.
Also, real quick,
Coach Mack too.
Coach Mack, Mark Stoops, we missed him today. But he said he's going to call in and he'll do our show with us next week.
Awesome. 3HL presented by Ferguson Home. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. Our coverage of SEC Media Days thanks to these great companies, Brian's Motorsports and Medical House Calls. We really appreciate those guys stepping up for us and for you. We hope you have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you was getting a shout out to people that's panhandlers asking for $20 or trying to come in and fight us during a meal.
Oh, boy.